Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Handy86 and I'll be presenting to you here the next Season 4 settings race. One shot and Words for Sword are our featured runners, and our commentators today are Derpy, Dragon and Engel. How are you doing, my friends?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I'm doing great as well.
Ready for a nice seed here.
Oh yeah, Season 4, things are new settings, new crazy changes. It's a good time.
We're already starting with Nocturne. What could go wrong?
Yeah, Nocturne and a Shadow Medallion. Yeah, that's not ominous for any reason at all, ever. I was saying we better see some purple tunics as well, because we got the purple song, we got the purple medallion. Let's get those purple tunics going. All right, looks like we're off.
And we're in the shooting gallery in Kakariko.
Adult? Yeah.
I love
walk out of a wall.
You just walk out of a wall.
I didn't even know that could be a starting location. Like, oh yeah. So some big changes to already talk about if you don't know for Season 4. Obviously, we didn't start in Link's house. We have a random starting location and age. So we could start as a child or an adult. But another big change is, or at least I thought it was, isn't it only one chicken?
I think we're doing all
we are doing 7.
Ew. Let's go back to 1.
Well, there's been some arguments over how many we should do, and I think a lot of people still enjoy 7 for,
they enjoy that minute and a half of carrying chickens on their head.
Yeah.
Oh, Megaton hammer.
Quick hammer.
Well, that's nice. So yeah, this is probably the earliest you will ever see chickens done in a Zooter seed ever.
Yes, 100%.
1 minute chickens. So yeah, so obviously we started child. So whenever we save quit as child, we'll now start in the adult shooting gallery, which is not actually there yet in the timeline. So we're breaking time-space continuum today in the seed. And yeah, it causes a lot of different routing choices, like instant chickens. Be interesting if any racers, obviously we have R2 here that are both doing chickens, if any racers decide to just skip chickens still.
Yeah, like I think if you start here, like, you might as well do it.
Oh yeah, no, that I would do it, but it would be interesting to get some of the big anti-chicken people, Barrel, those players in, and get their opinion on if.
Yeah, to be fair, it's your spawn, so like, you can come back whenever if you really don't.
You can literally do it anytime if you don't want to do it right away. Because just look. We've done one other check so far in the first 2 minutes, because we've been collecting these chickens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see where our runners go from here.
And it was all for a bloopy. Another change, if you aren't used to our new Season 4 settings, is we start with letter.
Yes.
So you do no longer need to go pick up that letter from Impa. You start with the letter. You start with song. So the CAC spawn point lets us drop off that letter right away.
Well, I think we actually don't need to even drop the letter off. I think the mask is already there, as we saw words trying to turn it in, but I think the gate was already open.
Yes, I think you're correct about that. Because, yeah, the mask shop is already open, and it's just not filled. So you can just buy the Keaton mask. They had messed around with it just being full, but then you could buy the bunny hood, and things just kind of got a little broken. So, yeah, they nerfed that. So we got a hammer. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. And here we see One Shot's gonna warp back to the graveyard, I think, just to get this hint. With less hints, anyone that you can get is way more powerful now.
Oh, yeah, because... Oh, well, Big Goron's dead.
Yep.
He just gives a condom. Yeah, because all grotto hint stones are turned off. So if you noticed, our runners both went into that grotto to get the hammer. Neither read the hint stone because they wouldn't have learned anything. It's turned off.
Yeah, surprised he didn't stop and peek the crate there on the way out of the graveyard, but he'll be back.
I don't know if Skull Mask is an always hint. I think it's still a sometimes hint. Because essentially they already nerfed Skull Mask with the mask shop and starting with letter. So they made Skull Mask easier already. So I don't think they also made it an always hint. But I may be incorrect on that. The settings are changing. The hint distribution are changing. This is all still in the testing phase. So things may have changed. But as far as I know, it's not.
Yeah, I believe it is among the sometimes. I think they get about 4 of those in this setting currently, but again, they're adjusting things.
Yeah, so it makes sense that our runners starting in CAC head off to the market. Still get a lot of good checks here with shooting gallery. Will be interesting to see. You talked about how valuable hint stones are. Ooh, actually, one shot is heading straight for his song.
Yeah, I was curious to see if, like, do our runners do early adult hovers? Yeah, did they go early adult with that hammer? Do you go to Lon Lon, get your song, try to go to Kokiri, get all the Mido checks?
Yeah. You were talking about hint stones are more valuable. One hint stone that stands out that it'll be interesting to see if any runner goes for today is that one a bit deeper in Hyrule Castle. The one kind of up on the way to Zelda. Because that's out of the way, but that is a hint stone that will give you information. So does any runner actually go up there? I expect to see them climb the vines and at least read that hint stone.
Yeah, normally I think you go get this hint when you're going to get the fairy. It looks like Words wants the hint right away, though. So we're going to get to see it. And a bloopy
It's
on
just
chicken.
the farther up one, though. Do they go all the way up for that one?
Oh, hey. Hey, there's our hint for collecting the chicken. See? You should have skipped it.
So yeah, so if you did instantly walk past chickens because you're like, it's 7 chickens, it's still a bad check. You would have saved 2 minutes. You would have a 2-minute lead on our runners currently. So yeah, what song is Malin gonna give us today?
Bolero. It gives us another song when we go adult, so not bad. Frogs 2 look to be dead there.
Yeah, so that's another change is all 4 of those hint stones outside of Temple of Time give the same hint now. So if you wonder why he did not read all 4 of them, that is why. Just read one, you know what's on all of them.
And
hey Zopar, how you doing?
Here we do see the split paths. Like I said, we've got Words doing the early adult. You have a hammer, so makes sense to me. On the other hand, Lon Lon, more songs.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with either of these plays. The songs, obviously we just saw Bolero. That's a nice warp song that's gonna chain once you're an adult. And then I mean you have a hammer, you can go start essentially blowing stuff up. So as we are reading the pedestal here, it will just be easier to tell you guys the nice juicy stones we have today of Forest, Fire, and Shadow. Those are our stone dungeons today. Who wants to take bets on if we see them or not?
Yeah, are we getting a nice jet seed, or are we in for some fun?
I'm gonna go on mute really quickly. My food is calling me.
All right. And now we see One Shot going back to Castle. Looks like he's gonna join the adult play here. And we get a Kakariko Way of the Hero hint. His Words popped out in the lake. And is actually going to go behind the lake to get more hints. So you can see how some of our runners are valuing these kind of further out of the way hints. 40 skulls being dead. Always nice to see. And we have one shot about to get the hovers, as we see another way of the hero being crater there, I believe that was. And having Nocturne, we're just going to run straight into our nice early adult graveyard and Kakariko checks. Now, currently the one thing I'm interested in seeing is what actually will be the song on Bolero. If Words doesn't get... Oh, I guess Words has hovers, so they'll be able to walk over. But One Shot might be able to warp up there just a little bit quicker. So Lon Lon might end up paying out here.
I have to say, this is a very unusual combination of items at the beginning, hammer and hover boots.
Hammer and hovers, when those two are stones, it really scares you, doesn't it? Especially, like, that could even just mean something's on Volvagia. And you have hovers to get there quickly with a key early, maybe?
Oh yeah, if you get going to Nicaragua, Volvagia is already in logic. And that before King Dodongo and Goma.
Yeah, like, we're already in Volvagia logic here if we have, like, boss key right at the start. Well, I guess we probably still need a tunic, but I'm sure we're gonna find it at this rate.
Actually, nice to read that your Twitch is better now.
Oh, and Vanilla Hookshot in the grave. And we did see Minuet off of Bolero, so again, some nice songs to chain here.
Yeah, this seed opens up nicely.
Yeah, our two runners here have a ton of stuff between Kakariko area, up in Goron City, Dodongos, and Lost Woods with this hammer.
Yeah, squabs are not on for this race.
Ooh, and quick light arrows from Anju.
Sure.
No glow mode for us. Convenient lullaby right in the windmill. I don't know what to make of the seed right now. Like, you're getting so many things, you're like, man, this is really nice. The game's giving me everything.
Everything we don't need.
Catch? Well, what's the catch? Perhaps we'll see something like Requiem on Ocarina. Maybe make it be logical all dungeons.
Possible. But yeah, the seed is currently giving us the stuff we don't need. Except for the hookshot, of course. So this is really a situation now where you can prioritize very different things. Have we gotten any Way of the Hero so far?
Yeah, we had, I believe, Crater and Kakariko were both. We did get Minuet in the Crater. Kakariko had our hammer. And Lullaby, yeah.
Yeah, the L is not strictly needed to beat the seed, or it will probably be required for Water Temple or Spirit.
Yeah, Water or Spirit probably logically will want it. Jabu could even want it if we don't see a scale to get in that area. Was that Lens of Truth on top? Couldn't quite tell real quick there.
It looks like Woods is going for it. Okay, this is something you normally don't see. Seems like
Yeah,
Woods' sword is hanging
I'm a little
towards.
surprised with this play from Words.
It doesn't have Bolero. Where was Bolero
Yeah.
again?
Bolero was in Lon Lon, which Words went
Okay,
straight
yeah.
to the early adult. And I guess they're really valuing getting into Crater here. And they can't go the other way without any explosives or bow or anything, so
Yeah, no way to stop the chart.
so we get this kind of awkward route.
Yeah, main point of this wall is after that you're basically stuck there. Oh wait, you could then go back to Goron City, to the Dongo.
Oh, Lost Woods Way of the Hero as well. So yeah, Words I think will go through the crater, come out the Goron City side, and then enter Lost Woods.
One advantage of his route is he can full clear the area basically. Can get all the grottos and the song.
Yep. And one shot gets to see the adult location being Hylia.
All right, so sorry.
Yeah, that's basically the worst thing.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back, Derpy. Leaving the spot open to you.
Yeah, sometimes DoorDash drivers just don't know how to follow your instructions. All right, so what did I miss? What have we found?
Well,
I
everything's
see a hook shot.
great. We're just finding all the items and you know, no problems.
Just finding all the items for those stone dungeons.
We had Crater Way of the Hero, Lost Woods Way of the Hero, and Kakariko. Hey, there's the Ocarina. Ooh, that's right. We do have Ocarina shuffled, so there could be an item on.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's Lost Woods technically, right? So I mean, with Lost Woods Way of the Hero, that could be on the normal fairy ocarina spot. Prescription, but that's dead. We were already hinted big
We were
Goron sword.
hinted dead, yeah. Well, I was thinking the all dungeons Ocarina check.
Oh, that ocarina check.
Yeah.
Yes. That could be something. I was trying to think of the nice thing.
No, I was thinking of the why are we getting all of these items for stone dungeons? Thing.
To be fair, the items for Forest Temple, you get those are kind of items for any dungeon.
Yeah, but hovers, hammer. What are we
That's
doing
true.
here?
That is true. Those two I don't have a defense for. Will be interesting to see if someone dips Stonefire.
And we get Saria's on the Minuet check, which just further confirms that Minuet on Bolero check was Way of the Hero.
Yeah. Which is not a good sign. Stone Forest, here we come.
Stone Forest
And
Way of the
Forest
Hero.
There
Right
it is.
there. Right there. It tells you. Come on in.
Now, how deep? And look at us in 2 stone dungeons 20 minutes into the seed. All right, are we gonna get strength locked?
Or bow locked, because we don't have bow or Song of Time either.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, I guess we could
This
be
is
bow
2
locked
checks.
before we even become strength locked. So this seed just, whenever I commentate, it knows I hate Forest Temple, so it's like, you know what? Here's some Forest Temple action for you. Still say, just open up that elevator. Just give us open elevator in Forest Temple. And then it won't be the worst dungeon anymore.
Maybe. Or just change the post to all be, a hit.
Yeah, a single hit. Yeah, that I also would take that. Alright, well, we got 1 key.
And we got 1 check to go in Forest right now.
Alright, so yeah, do either stone... I mean, the Forest Temple, we know something's in here.
We haven't seen any real reason to believe fire has something other than, simply having the hammer and hovers.
And Bolero. So, I mean, the seed pushed you there, but I mean, the Bolero was mostly to get the minuet to get to Forest. Let's see. Double open chest here. Oh, we got a boss key. Well, if open elevator was on, once we got that bow, we technically could just beat Forest Temple. And if the important check's down in that bottom area, just saying. Could be an extremely... Ooh.
But fire.
But the stone fire play is paying off.
It pays out with our boomerang.
Remember when I joked before we came up on stream here that we weren't going to have to beat all the dungeons that were stones, but we were going to have to dip all of them?
Yeah. Well, here we are.
Please tell me you caught that second Forest Temple Way of the Hero.
Yeah, there's 2 forests, and the other was Ocarina's Prelude, so we're not going to need the song. We still don't know the item.
Yeah, honestly, that's not great that Prelude's there because of the random spawn points. Prelude goes up in value. You kind of want to see Prelude even more. Like before it was like, oh, I'll take Prelude or Serenade. They both kind of serve the same purpose. No, you kind of just want Prelude now.
You kind of do, especially when your adult spawns you down in the lake.
Yeah. I mean, Kakariko isn't the worst spawn spot for child. You can get over there relatively easily. But yeah, the adult spawn in lake, you kind of wanted that Prelude, and you're probably not getting it. Nice double defense there in Fire Temple.
Yeah, no, it's interesting that Words is continuing in Fire. I'd have been very tempted to just bail with that boomerang.
Ooh, we just got a strength pull.
Yep, in Lost Woods, there's probably your way of the hero there.
Yeah. Interesting that we're getting the glitchless jump for this skull. Dungeon Skull Sandy's not on, correct?
It is not, so I guess they're just really wanting to push the skulls?
Yeah, he can't continue.
Yeah, he can't continue anymore in it, yeah.
So like he really just wants the skull. But yeah, so that's probably our Lost Woods way of the hero was that strength. Not expecting much more from that. Yeah, now he's bailing. Maybe he just remembered that is nothing. That like Dungeon Skull Sandy's not on. Yeah, and yeah. I feel like every single person, once they play this minuet and they read that hint, they're going straight into Forest Temple for those 2 checks and gonna get locked out of there instantly.
Yep. And we see our first Midas house 23 minutes in.
Honestly, one of the quickest Mido houses I've seen in Season 4 seeds. Like, yeah, I've seen hour-plus Mido houses in Season 4 seeds. It's kind of funny. And you also go in there as an adult, and you're just gigantic.
Yeah, but no payout there, so where do we go? We get our bloopy on your ocarina.
Yep. Okay, well, my ocarina was not the chosen one.
We'll see if mine is later.
Let's hope not.
What? You want the content, right?
I don't know if I want stone, forest, fire, and shadow. They all have to be cleared.
Oh, we just gotta like triple dip stone forest and stone fire.
Well, we have double forest. We have the cursed double forest. It's not quad forest because we're not in the co-op tournament, but we do have double forest. Because one shot did grab that strength, so he is able to go. Actually, he can't. Well, no, I guess he can go get Wall Master with hovers.
He can go into the courtyard, right?
Yeah.
Because hovers, that could be the logical way here.
That honestly,
I wasn't even thinking about
hovers are for.
I wasn't even thinking about that earlier, but yeah, with hovers, you're logically able to get all these courtyard checks now.
If that was the logic, to grab that strength right out of here to then hovers into the courtyard, this seed's already got some just crazy stuff going. Because if you don't know that logic, I'd assume most people do. But if you don't know that could be a big deal. Like that could be a big determiner in this race if people go for that play or not.
Yeah, like I think most people would know it, but it's also like, are you really thinking about that particular logic 25 minutes into the seed?
No, I know I'm not.
Yeah.
But I mean, we see words going in here. He does not have the strength yet.
No, words.
And I don't think you can hover there until you put the block.
I think you can go from the lower part.
I know. We'll see.
Well,
No,
he certainly forgot
he didn't
the
have a
strength.
string.
But I think you can hover from here.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I did not know you could walk around that way. Honestly.
If he gets it.
I did not know there was that path. Dude. I dislike forest that much. So
jump / recoil also would work, but you need the strength to get up to where you can recoil from.
Yeah, but this is the hover spot. This is where you just roll over and hover. So that definitely was, and now that gave a key. So with being in the strength here, you can go. Oh wait, no, we need one more key to go farther. So to get any more checks because we don't have the bow. So yeah, this is a weird forest temple already. Just have to say that.
It's certainly the weirdest forest I've seen in a while. And what are you even hoping for here? Is it? Do you want to see a bow, or do you just
bow? You
just want a different item?
I guess I wouldn't want to see bow because then that means you're full clearing it. Bomb bag is what I would want to see. Just get first bomb bag in stupid forest, and then just bail. So me personally, as someone that does not like forest, I would want that. Runners probably would prefer bow.
Oh, we get bomb chews. That's
close. That's not the way of the hero, but that's close.
Unless the one spirit trial has.
Guess that's true, because we can go into Ganon Castle once we beat one dungeon.
But surely we'll find real bombs before then, right?
So, let's say there is something on that trial. Does that put bomb chews as a way of the hero item?
I think it depends. Like if you had bomb bag and could just buy them.
Logically, you still need bomb bag. Okay. Alright, so you still would need bomb bag. That happened to Spike earlier. Yeah, I was unfortunately not able to catch most of the Spike seed today. So I did not see that. because buying cheese. Okay, so you still would need bomb bag, but
Right,
so
but
cheese
like
still can't be way of the hero.
I think that's mostly true, but like you'd need a wallet to buy them in uh the desert, right?
Yeah.
Or you would need a bomb bag to buy them anywhere else.
Yeah, so you would need at least a bomb bag. So there was still nothing in forest up to that point.
No, we're gonna be coming back.
So we're bow locked in forest. So at least for one shot, he's triple dipping that forest. At least he has minuet, but still, ew. Ew, triple dips from forest.
And it's not great that like your Crater Way of the Hero was the song for Stone Forest. So you're like down on Way of the Heroes here. You're like, that's not what I want. Tell me something better, game.
Yeah, thanks for telling me Stone Forest is way of the hero, and I have to go into it multiple times.
Right? Because like you had the other hint too. That's like, yeah, it's Way of the Hero.
Well, those bomb shoes do help because I mean, if we want to, I mean, have we seen what size pack bomb shoes we pulled? Anyone looked yet?
I don't think they've looked yet.
But I mean, we have one shot. Oh, he accidentally read the hint stone in the grotto. That's gonna happen a lot to runners. But I mean, he can go down and do DC now. He could do Dodongo's Cavern.
And Defarting Ninja, thank you so much for the 2 months here.
Yeah, the legendary DFN coming in with the sub. So yeah, this is a weird seed. That's all I have to say. This is one of the strangest starts I've seen in a while.
Well, this is what we wanted, right? This is mixing up the
Yeah.
early game.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing so far is that Boomerang and Stonefire. That's definitely gonna throw off a bunch of people, I think.
Yeah, that's a pretty big get for words here over one shot.
Yeah.
Because you haven't really had anything, really push you into fire. Sure, you have the hammer, but like it opens so many checks that you're not like necessarily
you don't
going
instantly
in.
think this is for fire. When you get it that early, you're like, well, this is just my early explosive.
Yeah.
And I mean, it got strength technically.
Right.
Like,
So
and one shot can be thinking that. Well, I got my strength off of that hammer. Oh, free Hylian shield.
and we're gonna see the early cavern play. One shot does have choose, so we can full clear and
we
beat
can
this.
full clear this, and it does. Then it will give us Ganon's castle access.
Yeah.
So I mean, it definitely makes sense to go here at this point. You get hint stone as well, just telling us more about Lost Woods.
Yeah, I like to play, but one shot you gotta flip the switch.
Yep. Oh, blue rupee on the other ocarina. So both. So all dungeons for the item and song is dead. So unfortunately, it looks like my curse of we're gonna just have to dip all the stone dungeons is gonna be the case. Because yeah, words went all the way back for that hint, and that's a good hint to find.
Mm-hmm. I think you always grab that if you have hammer. It's pretty quick to just get in there.
Yeah, especially now with hints nerfed. Ooh, get some bomb chews getting wasted here on Rolling Goron. Yeah, it was a 10 pack of bomb chews, so not the 20, but at least it wasn't the 5.
As long as it's not the 5, you're happy.
Oh yeah. Fortunately, yeah. Words did waste 1, so only a 9 pack now for words. But yeah, let's see what Link has for us. Just another bloopy. Lots of bloopies. So yeah, I would expect we see Words also go and do the Dodongo's Cavern play, just with where they are located.
Yeah, like you're already here. Just finish it.
Yeah, it's a medallion. There's no reason not to. Yeah, and I mean, I could see one shot doing what Words is doing now and clearing out Goron City afterwards. Like these are definitely the areas to be at the moment.
Yeah, I think One Shot already did the maze. I don't think they got Link yet.
Well, yeah,
Because of the order of operations here was.
Yeah, One Shot did maze. Okay, that's while I was dealing with the DoorDash driver.
Mm-hmm.
A slingshot.
Yep.
I mean, Mothwood's his way of the hero.
Mothwood's his way. We do have to beat Spirit.
Yeah, we do have to beat Deku, so logically we needed that. So technically, that's way of the hero, in possibly many ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see Words pathing towards the Dodongo's Cavern. It's definitely because, like, what else would you do right now? You don't have Kokiri Sword to do Deku Tree. We don't have desert access at the moment.
And
don't have no letter.
Now you're here. You're clearing this. Afterwards, you could dip Ganon's, or then you could go back Child, because we still haven't gotten the song on Saria's, and Words hasn't gotten the Lon Lon one either.
Yeah, I definitely would dip Ganon's, and then go Child.
Yeah.
Just get those checks. You're gonna have to be up there anyways.
Words is really valuing these skulls here.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
could pay out, but I don't think we've seen any hints to really.
We have not, but it can go up to 50. Up to 50 is turned on. So I know Silver Gauntlets, you're used to the audience. You guys might be used to us not having to worry about 50 being on. Up to 50 is turned on in this seed. So prioritizing skulls is not the worst thing. But yeah, we've definitely seen Words making that play. We'll see if it pays out. I know it's kind of, people are on both sides of that argument. There's people that prioritize skulls and people that just say, nope, I'm not.
I'm saying I'm losing to it. If it's 50 and you rushed it, GG.
I am definitely on that side of the argument. I will collect the skull when it's in front of me. I'm not going to seek out skulls unless told otherwise. But yeah, I mean, this, because was Cac? Did you say Cac was way of the hero?
It was. We did get Lullaby and Hammer there so far.
Okay. So, but yeah, what Wasted Link saying in the chat, like seeing Hookshot and Rang might lead you to thinking the seed's pushing you towards skulls.
I mean, it could, but when you have, you have to do forest, and you have Jabu as the forest medallion.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm quite being pushed that way when you have those dungeons lined up.
Yeah, and they're also not like the hardest required things to get skull logic in, because shoutouts to one seed that I had where first hookshot was on 40 and long shot and boomerang were locked behind first hookshot. So skulls don't require those items. You can get a good amount of them if you get bottles and some access to certain areas. So I mean, hookshot and ring definitely makes skull collecting easier. But yeah, I personally wouldn't be thinking I need to collect skulls.
Mm-hmm. But One Shot finishing up Dodongos, and we didn't get anything. We got a bottle. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can grab some blue fire when you're up in Ganon's castle with that.
Yeah, but I think I would expect walking over to Ganon's since we got nothing.
Yeah. He's not going back up to Goron City. I mean, technically, Link to Goron's out of logic right now, so it's not. Definitely, yeah. If he already cleared out Maze, it makes
No,
sense not to go back up there.
he's in logic now. We did get a
Oh yeah, we
strength
have strength.
that
Yeah,
was from the hammer, so
yeah, I guess he
it's
technically
there, but
is.
it's I don't mind orphaning one check here.
No, yeah, it's a single check. If he hadn't done Maze, definitely going up there would have made sense. But since he already cleared that out, he's already cleared out Crater. I mean, if he wanted to go up to Fire, but then just play Bolero and go into Fire.
Yeah. And while we do know Fire is the right play,
He does not.
He doesn't, and like we saw, you don't have bombs yet, so you only have a few checks.
Yeah.
That you're probably going to have access to.
I mean, with bomb shoes, we can out of logic.
However, now we've got our bomb bag.
Yeah, where would that push you, Angle? Like, if you found that bomb bag right now, what would you be doing?
Oh, I think I'm still going Ganon's here.
Yeah, I would too. Like we said, like nothing's really pushing. Like, yeah, Hammer, all that. But then once again, Hammer just unlocked that bomb bag. I'm still not thinking Hammer for Fire at the moment.
Yeah, because now you are thinking like, hey, my hammer unlocked the bombs. That's gotta be it, right?
Yeah, that's why they gave me this early. It was just first explosive to get the real explosive. No, so he's not going Ganon's. He just set his time of day.
I'm a little surprised. You're here. You can do a decent amount of the checks.
Yeah, you can. I mean, Forest Trial, Water Trial, First Check, and Shadow.
Both Spirit and up top.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done the child songs.
Yeah, he's gonna do Richard here. Probably Bombchu Bowling.
Yeah.
And even the Castle Fairy, I would think.
So it will be interesting to see. I mean, we're going to see Words. Us probably find that bomb bag right after the Dongo's here and have to make the same decision. What if Ruda's letter is up in Ganon's castle? And then, I mean, it just, at that point, it probably will start chaining together nicely for Words. With probably like Boomerang being the weird item. And just like that stone. I'm just thinking like hypothetically, like if he went up there and found a Rudo's letter, like his then child trip becomes a lot more valuable than what One Shot's gonna really get from this child trip.
Mm-hmm. It could.
Or like Kokiri Sword, if Kokiri Sword was up there.
There's another interesting thing here in what One Shot did. By setting it to night, you're getting Richard, but you're not getting the mask.
Yeah.
And Lost Woods is way the hero. I don't know if the hints are still that.
Yeah, there's magic.
With the sometimes hints, I don't know if that matters.
Yeah. Words already picked up Keaton Mask to note. I remember him doing that right away in the scene. So he won't have to worry about that. Also, nice rupee count for One Shot. Shout outs to the rupees.
Yeah, but it's just a thing I'm thinking about where like we know One Shot wants to warp to Lost Woods to get the next song. So maybe you make the mask play while you're doing all of this.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, maybe he walks up and gets Fairy Fountain and lets time of day pass while doing that. To then come back and get the mask, but then why wouldn't you just have done that to get Richard?
Oh, well, we're going to the graveyard to get Dompe, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's not bad routing that in. All right, well we're getting the 10 skull check and Deku shield. Don't need that. We started with that.
Yeah, I guess going graveyard here, setting your time for Dompe, also very valid. This is just kind of one of those. You've got like a 50-50. Which way do you want to?
Yeah, getting another song as well. God, that like Hylia start is just gross. Like, that's just gross. Like,
Oh,
What
but
what do you think? What would be your least favorite spot to see yourself spawn as an adult?
I'll have to think about that. But I'm just thinking right now that's like that spawn would almost be great, but they don't have the scarecrow yet. You
Oh
can't check
yeah.
any of the lake yet.
Yep.
In terms of gross spawn points, I mean the lake's pretty bad because you're far from a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I would think Lake is definitely one of the worst. I mean, I
Uh,
guess
maybe Lon Lon?
Valley.
Starting Lon Lon Adult, that could be like,
Yeah.
you're in the middle of everything, but not close to anything.
Valley, like the Hyrule Field side. So basically, it's just a worse lake start.
Yeah, that could be worse for sure.
No, see, Valley Tent, that gets you GTG access easier.
Yeah, and you could just
So it's like
walk up to
being
here.
on that side of the bridge is nice. Like I would take that side of the bridge all the time. Um, like that gives you. I mean, yeah, it's probably not the greatest spot once you clear out that area, but at
No,
that
but
point you
like,
probably have warp songs.
yeah, like starting out Valley Tent, I think you just walk up to Spirit, get that song,
Yeah,
and then save quit or warp out.
yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I think Valley Tent would be here. Probably a mid tier. It's not like your ideal spots, but it's yeah. I think Valley, the field side, and Lake Hylia
Ooh,
are probably some of the worst. Iron boots, we need
Iron
those.
Boots. We do need those.
Child Valley Tent, that just means you're diving off the you're diving into Lake Hylia.
Child Valley Tent, you're sad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big sad. All right, Dompe, what do you got for us? Did this play pay off?
I gave him $5.
Oh, that's a big nope. But yeah, Lon would probably be a bad one too. I think those three. Yeah, it's Lake Hylia, but worse. And that's what I was going with the adult valley side. Um,
We had an interesting one the other night where we started out inside a fairy fountain and we were like, wait, but which one is this? And we pop out in Crater. Like, huh. All right.
what bottle was that down there?
Oh, I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, there's a bottle in
They're
tech.
hard to
That?
they're hard to tell sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Beast. If that was Bruto's, then those iron boots that one chat just pulled.
Yeah.
That I mean, he still doesn't have the boomerang. Irons were just in the graveyard, so I mean, I would expect words to find that very easily. Looked empty to you? Okay, yeah. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked at it for a while.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether it's empty or Rudo's sometimes.
All right, so he found the bomb bag. Does he go up to Ganon's? Does words go to Ganon's? I still say I would have gone Ganon's no matter what, just before going Child, because you could have pulled Kokiri's Sword or Rudo's, which just opens up the places in Child that you wouldn't have access to otherwise.
Yeah, you like to minimize how many times you're bouncing between times.
Yeah. No.
Also just gonna set the time of day.
All right. Well,
I guess we're seeing the same play as one shot here.
yeah.
And Song of Time on Saria. Might need it in Water Temple, so
I'm just still trying to figure out why not go Ganon.
I mean, we're not used to these settings. A lot of people,
Yeah.
you're not thinking, hey, I have 2 medallions, maybe, or you're thinking like you can't do all of the checks yet, so you're like, prioritize it a little lower.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I have a love-hate with cannons when you can go in because I feel like half the time I go in there and I'm walking out with nothing.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I just the closed Deku is what kind of is making me like lean towards I would go up there and try and see if I could find Kokiri Sword.
Hmm.
Especially with the random spawn and you're not spawning in the forest as a child. So like I wanna get Deku done while I'm doing this Lost Woods stuff.
Yeah,
And
I mean, we do have Minuet, so it's not the end of the world, but
yeah, that's true. I guess I just would have wanted to capitalize on my opportunities to find that item before coming child again. Clear out what I could since we were literally right there. But I don't know. I'm also not a top runner of this game, so there's a reason I'm a commentator.
no, I mean, I think these are like the fair. What thing do you try and push first? Gambles where, somebody's
yeah,
gonna pick right and somebody's gonna pick wrong, and
Oh yeah, and I mean that's the point of these settings is to make more of these plays, like to come up with these choices. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with not going Ganon's Castle there. I could see the benefit of Ganon's Castle. Yes, Hell Knight, that is true. I am a top runner of going 100 Acre Wood and Kingdom Hearts 2 Rando. This is true. I am probably the top runner in that scenario. Always go
Ooh,
100 Acre Woods.
when's the truth in the Lost Woods Way of the Hero area?
Treasure chest game?
Well, it could be just walking out to Spirit, maybe Requiem's vanilla.
That's very true. You always hit. I mean, we've had enough other stuff in Lost Woods that's
Yeah.
possible. All right, so we're getting the fairy fountain check. Does he go read that hint stone?
And does this pay out when One Shot skipped it for now?
Well, you don't need the time of day for ZL, I guess. Yeah, you still need it for Malin.
Yeah, you want it to be
But
daytime for.
But at least on Words' side, he's already. Wait, no, was it Words or was it One Shot that's already checked out?
It's One Shot who already has the Bolero from Lon Lon.
Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, Words doesn't have that yet.
Yeah, so that does make it a little awkward because you're not going to Zelda, who's going to turn you back to daytime to go to Lon Lon.
Yeah, at some point he's gonna have to walk. But I mean, he also has been prioritizing skulls. So I mean, we see him clearing out Cac child skulls here. Oh, Darunia freezing you for making him dance. It's a big grumpy today. It's like, I didn't want to dance. Why'd you do that? Like, but yeah, I mean, we just see tons of skull prioritization on Words' side.
Yeah, we got a bit from both. I mean, you're in Child Kakariko at night. I'm grabbing these
Oh
ones.
yeah,
I think.
I'm out. Yeah, I'm grabbing these for sure. And I mean, we'll see him do Dompe digging here. He'll go get those iron boots. So, kind of just following a bit in One Shot's footsteps. With the big difference, obviously, right now is just that boomerang. And he's even grabbing bugs. So, like, he's committing to the skull play. No, what's funny is we're an hour in. We haven't seen Dompe race yet, have we?
We did. It had our hook shot. I think
happened when I missed it.
Yeah, I think you were away for a minute.
Yeah, dang. I was gonna say, well.
I know we had the early graveyard Kakariko adult standard kind of.
Ew. Yeah, vanilla. Is this even rando? Okay, because I was thinking but yeah, I guess we were up there for Death Mountain or Goron City and all that, so it would make sense to do it then. Alright, well, we got a lens pulled out on one shot side, but he can't walk in that front door
Well,
there.
we can play the song and play it again.
Yeah.
Which looks like the play. I don't know if I'm rushing this personally. I guess it was Way of the Hero area.
Yeah, but I'm probably not rushing it at this point either. Because I mean, it could just be to go out to Spirit, or it could just be nothing and it just happened to be in a Way of Hero area. I guess, but I guess on one shot side, there's nothing else really for him to do. I mean, he could go up river.
Yeah, there's River. I don't think we've seen the sword chest.
No, we have not seen Sword Chest because they picked up Midos as adult.
We still haven't picked up. We haven't finished the mask.
No.
And we still haven't gone out to Gerudo Valley or Child Lake.
This is all true. See, I would rather be doing all of that stuff.
Yeah, I would.
Prioritizing.
I would be tempted to run out the GV to Lake play just to get your Scarecrow song because you have that adult spawn out there. And then you can get those checks as well.
Yeah, and also with Iron Boots, then you can also cheat Lab, and then you're just done with like Hylia besides Shoot the Sun. That would be the only thing left in Lake Hylia if you made that play at this point. And yeah, that's just, we already knew that was the Red Rupee. And there's the Iron Boots. Yep, Standard does not have free Scarecrow.
It's what I hate about Standard.
Yeah. And also, we didn't see either go up and read that one hint stone. That's probably going to be the most abandoned hint stone in Season 4.
Yeah, I can't see many people wanting to go up to it unless you're like
No.
really hurting for a hint.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if someone makes the play, it could be the hint that just leads you to that most of that. I mean, that could be the Fire Temple Way of the Hero. You never know.
Could, and I mean, I feel like right now we really are looking for the letter.
Oh yeah,
Especially
calling
with
it,
Jabu, with Jabu being Forest Medallion, and we've seen like most of the other songs along the way. Like, I'm starting to feel like we're getting Epona's or Requiem there.
Oh yeah, I could see that. All right, so we got the treasure chest mini game push. See
and
if
the
there's
skull
something
push on the other side.
Oh yeah, big skull push. Like, it's when you go in there, like you're hard committed. Goal. Yes, I've open fountain is turned off right now, as far as I know.
I'm pretty sure you're correct. We need the letter for both sides of it.
Yeah. I know they messed around with open fountain, but I think that setting's been turned off. Also,
Yeah,
we forgot to ask for guesses on treasure chest game.
Oh yeah, get them in quick.
Yep.
Here it is.
You already know it.
Oh, it's a Zora tunic.
Oh, I mean,
I guess that could tell you there's a key maybe in the central pillar,
or it could
something
just be
important there.
more not actual Way of the Hero bait.
Or it means nothing.
Yeah, or just that lens and that tunic really mean nothing, and they just happen to chain together. All right, but it looks like we're getting skull mask plays on both sides. Because one shot did pick up Keaton mask. Yep. Words is taking the skull mask away already. So yeah, we are getting that skull mask play already.
Yeah, again, early chickens, early mask, very different than our normal races.
Pre-1 hour chickens and mask are done. At least for one shot. Or not word, one shot. Words. Words will have both done pre-1 hour. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Words does go Valley Lake after this. We don't have access to River from the woods, so he would have to walk to River, probably go from CAC. But yeah, we will have to see. I would go. I would do the Valley River play at this point.
Yeah, I think if it's me, sword chest into running that Hyrule field out there.
Yeah. Because when else are you gonna do it? At this point, if you don't do it now, you're abandoning that for a long time.
Yeah, pretty much.
And nothing on Skull Mask. Nothing on Skull Mask, nothing on chickens. Now that they're made easier,
Don't do them.
they're never gonna have anything. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's heading off towards probably Kokiri Sword Chest. What if it's just vanilla Kokiri Sword? He still hasn't done all this. One chest done his checks.
Yeah, runners are just kind of stepping over each other's paths right now.
Yeah, the only difference is the fire dip at this point.
Yeah, Words has passed some spots he could put the bugs and get some skulls, but
Yeah, especially with how much like he's pushed other skulls, like going into that one grotto in the field. So it looks like one shot is pathing Gerudo Valley right now. Gonna check Tech Grottos. We'll get a second look at that. I mean, I know Ghost Strike already spoiler log dived and told us it's an empty bottle, but we'll get a second look at that empty bottle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a decent path too, I think, where you kind of go the reverse from up here to valley to lake, then into your Lost Woods with that mask. And again, our runners are like, is that it? I can't see. No, it's not the one I want.
Now we see the bugs getting used. He hurt us. Through space and time, he hurt us. He's like, they said I didn't use my bugs. I gotta go use the bugs. But yeah, no, so okay. So, yeah,
If it'll pop out. There it is.
That one always takes forever to pop out.
Some of them are like awful. Like, please speed these up.
That's 18, so 2 more and he'll have the 20 check.
If letter's on 20, that's gonna be huge.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't read any hints for skulls, right?
I think we saw 40 was dead.
Oh yeah, we did see 40.
But
right.
that's
But we haven't
that's
seen
the
50.
one.
We haven't seen 30.
Right.
40 dead. Okay, so 50 has not been hinted as far as yet. 50 isn't always hint. Is 50 always hinted?
It should be always hinted in this.
Yeah, I would hope it is always hinted. 30s is sometimes. No, 30 is not. So 30
Is
isn't
30
always hinted? I can't wait for that one gossip stone up by Zelda to have the 50 hint. 20 is sometimes. Okay. Oh, so interesting. Words didn't do Midos as adult.
Nope. They've finally routed their way into Kikiri. Now probably the sword chest.
Still
And
haven't seen
hopefully the skull right there at the house. Yep.
Yeah.
The quick turn.
Oh, it's Words. He's going for the skulls. Like at this point, watch 50 equals 50 equals mirror.
But the waterfall.
There's that bow. Let's go into our third dip in the forest temple now. Oh, that's a gross spot for bow with like the spawns. The spawns the way they are.
Yeah, you.
Dim
fires on the.
Oh no. There's Shadow.
Yeah, but a lot of people hate walking all the way out to GV anymore. So seeing it pay out.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's a great payout, and I mean we'll see if Words goes out there with that save quit. I'm gonna guess no.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess no with the quit.
So it'll be interesting. I mean, I love when these scenarios happen, especially like in the co-op races. It's always fun when one person has something and the other doesn't, but the other person also has something. Which one finds the other item first? I mean, Words has a better shot because there's 2 more bows out there. There's only the 1 boomerang. But do we see one shot go into Stone Fire? Or do we see Words walk his way out to Crudo Valley? Or find one of the other 2 bows? Which one happens first?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Words walk out there anytime soon because we don't have any reason to do it as adults.
No.
And I don't think we're coming back child for a while here doing.
You know what I just thought? Because Hell Knight in chat said we could do all dungeons. We've been told all dungeons is dead. We've been told there's nothing on the Ocarina item, and the song is just prelude. That's bad for one shot. Because what's gonna push him fire? Like, honestly, at that point, what's pushing fire? Oh, did he think he could buy the bunny hood?
Yeah, sorry, Words. There's another step in the.
Is he going for bunny hood? He picked up that spooky mask.
I mean, I guess if you walked in, you might as well pick it up at that point. But I'm not dealing with that fetch
Where does
quest.
spooky mask even go? I forget. It's been a long time since I've done the whole mask trade quest. Like, where does that mask even go? Does that go to the kid? Does that go to the kid in the graveyard? I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a
Kid in the graveyard. Ah, I've played this game before. I know things. You lose money on it too, yeah. I mean, with our spawn point, I guess that's not the worst thing. That's a pretty easy pickup then. All right, well, Beast got his guess in. Right, left, right, left. He's technically correct so far. Oh, that's 2 for 2. Beast is still alive. Did Beast get the 1 in 32? And nope. Sorry, Beast. Out on the third one. All right, we see. So, to note, one shot is leaving behind a din. Not the biggest deal because we already talked that. Yes, it was right. It was all right.
It could come up later, but
it could because I
think
burst this seed into having to dip all 3 stone temples.
I think one shot's gonna hope that we find the Kakiri sword soonish, and then they can come back in and grab that on the way to Deku.
I mean, Ganon's castle.
Well, here it's gonna be the forest play to finally find our way of the hero in there, even if we have to go to Phantom himself.
Yeah, no, Words at this point is going for that bunny map. Like I mean, like I said, with the spawn point, it's not the worst. Spawning in CAC, it's not the worst thing to just drop that off. So I mean, it's just something you don't normally see. Season 4, welcome to Season 4. You can actually make the bunny mask play. All right, how deep in forest is this way of the hero? Phantom Ganon? I'm going
Oh yeah,
Phantom Ganon.
it's 100%. You're going
Stone
all the
Forest, you're
way.
going all the way through. And there's going to be nothing else in here. Or there's going to be something early, and then Phantom Ganon will have something else. And it'll be double way of the hero. Because screw you. Like, that's what the dungeon says to you at that point. Oh, hey, here's a mirror shield. Well, guess
Here's a
what, you're
bottle.
Yeah.
We
What
know
else would
that's
be-
done it.
I guess we need strength 2. Strength 2,
strength.
Rudo's mirror shield. Is that all
Yeah,
we need?
we're
Oh,
not
long
looking
shot.
for long shot. We're not looking for too much though.
No. I mean, one shot's still looking for boomerang. We obviously we know where it is, but yeah. Still no Ganon Castle play. At this point, it's not the worst, but to note, we might see the Ganon's Castle play on Word's side because he does not have a bow to come try to find the way of the hero in forest. Because he did not go Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, with no bow, I think you're going Ganon's here.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, with the bow, you're just hitting the way of the hero.
Yeah, clear that way of the hero. Yeah, with him back walking out of the temple too, I think that shows he's gonna go up to Ganon's Castle at this point. If he finds Kokiri Sword or Rudo's in there,
Or just another bow, right?
or yeah. But if it's Kokiri's or Rudo's, it goes back to the argument of why didn't you just do this before going child? Because you could have. But yeah, if he finds bow 2 or 3 in here, like that's a bit of a bailout for him. Like he won't know it, but that would be a huge bailout with where that bow is. Because that's a Sphere 0 bow. Watch him just collect the skull and just leave. Just walk up for the skull.
I just wanted the skull. You know?
I just wanted the skull. Not going into that place that has checks. But no, he's going to Ganon's Castle. That just would have been really funny. And deeper into forest we go.
Yeah, I mean, really, Words is just doing us a favor by keeping us from the double forest.
Oh, he absolutely is. Words is the hero we deserve today. Whoever avoids forest when the other person's in forest is always the hero. Because then, I mean, one shot's gonna do forest, so we're gonna know what's in here. So when Words gets the forest, we just can ignore Words and we can just talk about one shot for a while. Because if we don't want to watch forest multiple times.
No, and we're gonna be going deeper and deeper here.
It's Phantom Ganon. You know it is. Yes,
Well,
this is triple dip for one shot.
I believe we had the boss key early, so we have all the keys, and we're gonna see nothing but items from this point.
Yeah. Boss key was on the lower Stalfos. That's what I was saying. If it was open elevator,
Oh, yeah.
and the item is down there in the basement.
Oh, the bow!
My God.
He got bailed out.
Wow. The hard bailout right there. And what's funny is that's probably going to be most people in the seats for spell. I bet that
could
one
see it.
shot spell is the
Yeah.
rarer one. The one that people don't find as often.
Yeah, again, I don't hate the Gerudo Valley play, and you get your scarecrows and everything. But,
Oh no, I like I said, I would have done the group play.
But like again, like you said though, we could have had that bow before we went back child, and we could have went back in forest.
Yeah.
And maybe the letters in forest.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, that's huge for one shot because I mean that takes out that when is he gonna go valley versus when he goes fire? Well, he got bailed out. He does not have to worry about the going valley now. I don't necessarily know if it's a bailout. It's just he doesn't have to go valley.
It's certainly helping him unless you need maybe Pierre for a Lake Hylia check.
Or deeper fire. Because Why wouldn't we have to go back into Stonefire with nothing pointing you to Stonefire? To note, the bow is the only thing we have found here so far, and we're almost done with what we could do in Ganon's castle. And yeah, I guess boss key chest.
Yeah, did we go to the top?
Oh, can he get Shadow 2?
Does this reach? It might actually.
No.
No. Yeah, I don't think you can get.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought you needed a long shot here.
Yeah, the hook shot certainly doesn't reach.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I did not think that did, but also I wouldn't have been surprised if like he just pulled out some crazy tech and it did work.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'm wrong. He's doing it.
Yeah,
but he skipped the top.
Yeah,
not,
long shot plus danger fire arrows. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, he did not go for the boss key chest. So that's all he had access left in there. And also, we're going all the way down to the basement, by the way, in Forest Temple.
Oh, we already knew that. That's even if it's on the next chest, you're killing Phantom at this point. You're like, we're doing it.
Yeah. But unfortunately, one shot was not quick enough, and we are stuck with the double force. Sorry, chat. Time to run the ad break. It's Forest Temple. We'll be here a while.
But speaking of ad breaks, did you know that we'll be back Saturday with the return of the semifinals of our co-op tournament?
I did know.
I believe you're on comms for that, right?
Yes, myself and Sheepy, we're taking over because I know you, Tudos, and your guys' team did game 1, right?
It was a great game. I think we're in for a real nail biter here with game 2. See if we can maybe get a game 3 on Sunday.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then I've heard rumblings about the other side possibly getting matches scheduled. That's in progress. So hopefully we got all that content coming for you here soon. All that juicy co-op content.
You were about to ask if I want you to run an ad. No. I can run the ad for you. It's the ad for ourselves. And there's the mirror shield. We did it.
Hey,
all of this journey, we got a shield.
Open elevator would have had that at 5 minutes.
But we're still gonna fight Phantom because
God forbid he also has something.
You're not risking it here.
No. I mean, I probably would because
Yeah,
I don't
you
want to be
could,
enforced
but-
any longer than I need to be. But open elevator. I'm just gonna push for it. I'll push for open elevator as long as I can.
But now, unfortunately, if it's only mirror shield, that doesn't really do anything for us right now.
No, that gets us nothing. That gets us literally 0 new checks.
So it makes
Like,
you
that's
think,
the
where's
worst
our
way to
where's our actual next progression? Is it the
Um,
river maybe, or Adult Lake?
I mean, we talked about that there's not a lot left that's needed. So, I mean, for
is
one
it-
shot, he needs Boomerang and Rudos.
Actually, I know where it is. I know where it is. I know where everything is, Derpy. Don't worry.
Where?
The seed is speaking to me. It's saying Stone Shadow.
I mean, I agree. I don't disagree with you.
Because unfortunately, I think that's
Yeah,
where we're going to be
no,
headed soon.
That, I think, is what's going to happen to poor One Shot with the Boomerang today. He's going to look everywhere except Stonefire And the boomerang's probably going to be his go mode item when he's cleared out the whole seed. So, your guess is Wasteland. All right, yeah. Get in your guesses. Where is our actual next progression? Well, let's hear it, Chad. We got a Stone Shadow
Wasteland.
guess.
We still can't
We got-
get to Wasteland yet.
Yeah, because we don't have desert access. Well, no, he doesn't have Dins. So
That's
he's
right.
not going to the Stone
He
Shadow.
he has to go. This is really
He
unfortunate
going
for one
lake?
shot.
Or not lake, river? Can go check out river?
Did we forget this check?
Must
Oh,
have. Why
he
else?
did.
Huh. For me, let's see. What am I getting my guess on where progression is? I'm Adult Lake Hylia. I'm gonna say Adult Lake Hylia has something to make that Gerudo Valley play pay off.
Yeah, that could work out well for one shot if it does. And yeah, we have not done Deep Fire yet. We've only, dipped the very early
Yeah,
part of the
we didn't
dungeon.
have bomb bag at that point.
We got bomb locked.
But yeah, Rang was in boss key chest, so we didn't need bombs for it. Hammer was all we needed, and double defense was in there as well. Double defense was next to the boss.
Kakariko Way the hero. Do we have Agony?
Third thing. I mean, yeah, that's clearly Way of the Hero. So, CAC times 3 Way of the Hero so far. Just keep adding it up. All right, so he is going to choose the lab here. He'll clear out Adult Lake Hylia at this point. Everything. I mean, he could shoot the sun and see what's on it. See if he's gonna need it.
Yeah, he does have Sun Song, so you could do that quickly.
So I mean, you might as well. You might as well clear out. You could dip water as well.
He could very well try and find the boss key in there and see if there's an item along the way.
The dream long shot in water.
I mean,
that's not really a dream. That's a nightmare. But
I think it's the reasonable play for one shot here.
Yeah, with where he's located, you clear out Adult Lake Hylia, you dip water.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to do water anyways. You dip water here because he doesn't have the idea for Shadow, whereas Words I think it would make more sense to go into Shadow. He doesn't have boomerangs, like he's not really worried about even if he pulls Brutos, like instant Jabu. So yeah, it would be here or fire, really are his logical plays.
Yeah, or potentially river, which is like still Sphere 1 sitting out there waiting for you. You don't want
to do that as a child? More so?
Yeah. It'd be a pain to run out there now, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's one of those sitting in the back of your mind.
Yeah. I think we see him clear this out, dip water, or play that Bolero and go over to fire. And that will be interesting to see what words of that. So nothing on fishing. It'll be interesting to see. So let's say he does end up going fire. Obviously the boomerang won't cause him to instantly leave. He would keep going. If something was deeper fire, would Words ever go back for it?
Not for a long time, I don't think.
I don't either. Because obviously he was bomb locked, whereas one shot if he went would not be bomb locked. So it would create an interesting dynamic in that routing change where early it was awesome. Like he found that boomerang, that gamble paid off. But because Rita's letter has been a bit stingy and hasn't shown up, that could end up hurting him that he dipped in there early. That's just a hard piece.
Yeah, nothing in the adult lake, so...
See, he's not dipping water.
He's getting the field checks right outside, it looks like.
I thought he already did that. Because that was the prescription. It was right out here.
Maybe he missed one of the two.
I don't know. Maybe he's going up the lake? I don't know, but why do you put the bomb bag on?
Is he running up to get that bottle that maybe he thinks it's letter?
Yeah, that's what that's what it looks like at this point. That's what he's pathing to.
Yeah. Which, yeah, unfortunately, we know that's just an empty one.
Yeah, once again, interesting. Why not dip water there?
Yeah, it's Medaillon, and you can at least find the boss key.
Yeah, you can clear everything except
He,
Morpho, right?
yeah,
You
yeah, he
get
can do it.
everything at this
He can
point.
do everything but kill Morpho.
So, like, I mean, that to me, that's a dense area right now when you don't have a lot of density. And at this point, desert access seems locked behind Jabu. Like, I think that's guaranteed at this point. Unless
it's not
I
necessarily.
guess it could be Ice Cavern.
We could find a long shot too somewhere out here,
Yeah, that's true.
but
Most likely, desert access is locked behind Jabu. All right. Well, I guess he went out, did that save quit, and now he's to water. Okay. So
he heard us. He said, you're right."
Yeah. Yeah. Once again, he heard us through the ethos and was like, "Oh, they said I should have gone water."
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, if that was letter,
yeah,
then maybe
if you weren't sure, it's worth going to just grab it.
Especially if you're like, maybe the song on ice can push us out to the desert.
Yeah, yeah, because like we said, like he's not him finding letters, not Jabu, because he doesn't have that boomerang. But yeah, this is definitely, I think, feel the right play. And he also has Zora Tunic if he ever wants to put that on and get rid of that timer. He does have that.
But finally, on the other side, words getting us to the forest.
We can pay attention to words again, guys. Don't worry.
Where do we go?
I think Shadow. Like he has dins, he has hovers, he has everything. Like, dude, I think Shadow, because like him, adult like highly, because he doesn't have scarecrows on.
Yeah, there's nothing to really do in Adult Lake unless you're going water as well, which
isn't the worst thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's still like you get the boss key and see if you get an item along the way.
I mean, he's playing a song, playing Sun's song.
Are we getting some more skulls?
Probably.
The other interesting thing here that I learned the other day playing with friends, with closed Deku, you're not getting those hints early. But here, you could grab them.
As an adult?
Yeah, right now, you could see what those two hints are, which, could give you some useful info while you're out here. I
mean, the other hint stones we haven't seen are the ones in Lake Hylia.
I think you were away while we backwalked there.
Damn.
One of our runners did walk around.
Damn, DoorDash.
I think that was like the 40 hint and something else we knew.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I mean, at this point, clearly 50 and 30 are just in some bad spots. Those hints are in bad places.
Yeah, but like, that's two hints right there. He could have.
Yeah.
And it's the thing you don't think about.
We got the Nocturne, but he's not going into Shadow. Is he going back up to fire? Oh no, I guess he's archery game.
Yeah. We got choose as one of our water items.
Gonna have to play that Sun song again though. I guess go drop off 20.
Yeah, we'll get to see if the skull push pays us. Nope.
Yeah, now we get the Sunflying. Now he'll check archery. And then we'll see where he goes from here.
Yeah, it's I'd be up in the air of walking out towards the river for some low spheres and then warping back to Shadow, or simply going straight Shadow.
Yeah, because like, what if we wrote letters just saying in that open grotto and river? Like, sphere 0. It could just be chilling in there. You also get hint stones. You get a couple hint stones up that way as well.
Yeah, 2 more hints there.
So, I mean, I think at this point, river for the sphere 0s into Shadow, but we're getting a song. We're getting Nocturne. I think we're getting Stone Shadow chat. I mean, this is big because of one-shot skipping Dins.
Yeah, like, unless One Shot finds the Kikiri sword soon, he's not getting that Dins for a while.
No. So for one shot, he wants there to be nothing in this.
Oh, hey. We're validated.
Yep. Good old Greg. Greg showing up.
That's 2 items. You hate to see it.
Yep. Well, so my pre-match prediction of having to dip all 3 stone temples has officially come true, at least for Word. He has now officially dipped all 3 stone temples. So let's say you find something here, like even if it's just in these first 2, do you bail? Let's say you find a long shot.
I think it depends on what you find. If I find letter, I think I'm out.
Yeah, letter for sure out. Long
Kikiri
shot.
sword, I think I'm out too.
Yeah, Kokiri sword, I'm out. I actually forgot. So that's actually a go mode item we still need. We haven't even been counting.
We actually do still need that.
Honestly, long shot, I'm out too because that's desert access. Strength 2 is probably the only thing that doesn't push me out of here.
Yeah, strength 2 is the one that doesn't do anything for you yet.
Yeah.
Fire arrows also not doing anything for you right now.
Well, so if people, so no fire arrow entry, it's still banned, but if it was unbanned, it wasn't possible today.
That is interesting in that your other fire is locked behind your Din's fire.
Yeah, so if there's something on, I know, Wasted Link said Wasteland, if there's something there, you need that
Wasteland Shadow 2, unless we get long shot.
Yeah.
Or just in spirit if we go adult and maybe need that map chest. We don't want to have to push a block all the way to the top.
Yeah, no. So yeah, so that Dins now becomes more interesting. Alright, well, we're getting Central Pillar here in water. Oh, also, how I made the joke about we need a purple tunic. Words rocking that purple tunic. Have you seen, I mean, I don't think either of our runner, neither runner is, or they rolled vanilla mirror shields, the mirror shield coloring that can happen now.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
That's nice. Yeah, I'm a little sad they're not showing that off. Like that's the colored mirror shields are something to look at.
Yeah, I had like a solid gold looking one the other night.
Yeah, mirror shield like visually is already one of my favorite items. Like once I saw the colors that came out. Yeah, bomb shoot trail colors are also cool.
Yeah, and
like,
boomerang.
You don't get to see those always. Like when you get that mirror shield and it's just a nice color, it's just always on your back. It's like, ooh, this is good.
Yeah, so One Shot got the boss key in Central Pillar, which, yeah, I guess the logic of the seed did push you to get that Zora tunic.
Yeah.
which is kind of funny and unfortunate for our runners, but now
But did he get all 4? I mean, he didn't go up to Darkland.
No, I think he said boss key and I'm out.
Yeah, so he found 2. I believe only the 2 items. 2 things.
Right.
Are.
Yeah,
So it looks like he. I mean, at this point, he has to be pathing River.
River or Ganon's. Could be Ganon's.
Oh yeah, I guess he hasn't done Ganon's. It's looking like Ganon's. A poor River. River is just getting forgotten today. No dragon chest either. Yeah, so that whole loop's open. Oh, imagine if it's vanilla long shot. Everyone just sheds a tear for poor one shot if it's a vanilla long shot.
Yeah, there's some potentially disastrous spots here for things.
Oh, he's not even going Ganon's. He's going Child.
He's going Child. That's
Child River? What
I
else is there for him to
would
do
be
Child?
in Ganon's right now if I were him.
Yeah. Like if you were gonna do River, just go as an adult. You could see what was on the pillar. You can get the grotto.
He could get the pillar. He could get everything
because he has no, he could get it all as an adult. So
I mean, it's just if you want to get domain as well. There's those 2.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess it just adds 2 checks to do it as a child.
And he's getting the sword chest first here, and he's gonna find that dent,
and then probably go Shadow.
He's gonna be sad when he's like, "Uh-oh."
Yep. But to note, nothing so far in Shadow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Ghost Strike. Yeah, you could have gone up to Ganon, got that blue fire to then go unfreeze King Zora. King Zora could be holding our progression at this point. Unfreezing King Zora for? Is it the dream?
Didn't Spike have one like yesterday or today or something where Hookshot was on?
Yeah, I believe that was yesterday that he had Hookshot on King Zora. Yeah, because he was racing Revan. He was racing Revan, and then it was King Zora Hookshot. I mean, King Zora has increased in his likelihood of having items with Ganon's Castle being unlocked with 2 medallions, because it gives you that blue fire access. So you don't technically need the wallets now to put King Zora into logic. So, be interesting if anyone makes that play. So far, the Stone Shadow play has not paid off.
No. Are we sure the Ocarina didn't have anything? Did we see that?
It said a blue rupee. We read the hint, and it definitely said blue rupee. Yep, One Shot is on Restream today. I mean, his channel tells you he's on Restream. His title says, I'm on Restream at twitch.tv/the Silver Gauntlets. To be fair. But yeah, I mean, this
is where you're sad, his One Shot.
Yeah. Right now.
What do you do?
I mean, we got an instant song play. Yeah, I think he's instantly going adult and going to Stone Shadow.
Yeah, no longer concerned with going to the river.
I mean, he still can go river here.
Good, but
I mean, I definitely think Ganon's Castle is not in play anymore. But I mean, you're here. Seed is weird.
It's certainly been weird.
One Shot has triple dipped forest and had a full clear stone forest because Mirror Shield was in the basement.
We had a very early Way of the Hero forest.
Yeah.
And we dipped it without much items.
Words dipped Stone Fire super early with a hammer and found a boomerang there. So you have to go into Stone Forest and Stone Fire, and they're in Stone Shadow right now.
That's the long shot.
I cursed this seed. I'm
You
sorry.
had to go into every stone dungeon.
I had to say that. But,
So now what do you do though? You can beat water and you can get out to the desert.
I mean, I said I was bailing on long shot, but I'm at least opening the shortcut at this point with where he is.
Yeah.
I will at least go open the shortcut.
An interesting one shot is going to the river.
Yeah. So yeah, if you weren't here when I mentioned it earlier, when Engel and I we saw the medallions and stones. And when we saw the stones were forest, shadow, and fire, I was like, well, what if it's not an all dungeon seed and you don't have to beat them all, but you have to go in and dip all of the dungeons for items? And what do you know? That's what we have to do. So I'm sorry, I cursed the seed. I spoke it into existence. I shouldn't have said anything.
Blessed, we got a scale here up on the river, so that's kind of handy.
Oh yeah, and the only one hinted so far has been Forest. Forest was the only hinted of those.
Yeah, the only other thing to push you is the fact that you found these items for these dungeons super early, but
yeah, because we had hover super early. We obviously Dins was in Kokiri sword chest. We got hammer basically instantly in the seed. But yeah, so if I am words, I open the shortcut, because then you don't have to walk all the way through here if you have to at some point come back here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be Pongo. There's too few items left in the seed. You just got all of GTG access minus the Silver Gauntlet stuff. You have desert access to go get the song and child spirit and all of that. I am not full clearing this dungeon. I pull in this block and I'm bailing. I think he's thinking, do I just pull the block or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like he's pulling the block, so I would assume he dips. Because no way he pulls this block all the way otherwise.
Oh, he's thinking about it.
He is having some big indecision on if he wants to shout it.
It looks like he wants to finish.
Yeah, because I mean, he was thinking it first.
Or
then
he wants
he started
to
pulling it. Oh, he's.
But you have long shot, so you don't need to pull for the skull.
Maybe he remembered that.
Oh, we're going. Yeah. We're going.
So yeah, maybe he was pulling for the skull. And then remembered to, oh wait, I have long shot and I don't have to pull for the skull. Alright, well, we'll see if this pays out. Yeah, and to note, we still have not read 50 and 30 hints. So, unfortunately for one shot, there's 2 stone temples he needs to dip. I mean, at this point, there's not much left for him to do besides dip those stone temples.
Yeah, well, there's our 30 hint, so...
Yeah. 50 is still out there. I mean, and he's going to dip shadow before he dips fire, which is bad because that's going to pull him even farther away from fire. No, Hassadale. Couldn't get that moving shot.
It's tough.
It is. It really is. I always just jump up and shoot. Oh, and also, just for anyone who came in late, the Ocarina item and OOT were both hinted. The Ocarina, I think they both have to be hinted, but the OOT item is just a bloopy, and the song is Prelude. So all these stone dungeons, they knew for a long time they didn't have to beat them. But you had to dip all them. Like, it's just gross. That's gross. Alright, well, so far the river got a... I mean, that scale's pretty useless at this point. And that's it. That's all the river domain play paid out. So us saying go river, that was not the right play. So let's see what one shot does from here.
He's got one more to grab up top.
Oh, he's also grab diving.
But it's not looking good for this side.
Because, I mean, what could he pull here that's even beneficial for him?
Not another bomb bag.
Because, like, if he pulled Rudos, great, he still doesn't have Boomerang. If he pulls Strength 2, great, he still doesn't have Desert Access. Because, like, that, I guess Kokiri Sword? Kokiri Sword would have been the item he wanted to pull.
I think even the letter or a strength would have been fine because you don't know when words is actually going to go out there.
Yeah, that's true.
But being nothing,
like just for one shot in terms of progression, I think the only thing that would have really benefited him was Butter Knife. Just because we saw where Long Shot was, and we know where Boomerang is. So we're down to 3 go mode items. At least on words side. And at this point, I mean, if it's 3 items, I'm playing to density, and that's why I wasn't killing Bongo Bongo here. That's why I'm out at this point. I'm doing GTG stuff. I'm doing Child Spirit stuff if I can. If we get Requiem Vanilla.
Yeah, I would save quit to Lake, beat Water, and walk my way up into GTG probably.
Where was the boss key in Water? Do you remember? Oh, Central Pillar.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's not a quick boss key. Letter or knife on Bongo. That would just be gross. We don't want something deeper in these stones. Like, I'm still worried Pierre has something in Stone Fire.
Deep Fire. It's
Deep Fire after getting Boomerang early. Must be bad. All right. Well, we got one shotgun back.
Second magic.
Always magic lock magic. Just always. Highest Goron has something. Yeah, Ghost Strike. That's possible. So I'm gonna assume we're gonna see one shot play Nocturne and go straight into Shadow. Like after he found that Dins.
Yeah. And we've got the safe quit for words going straight Water now.
Yeah. So we know the only stuff we don't know in Water for us, the viewers, I mean, I thought he was going to dip into the lab there. We don't know what's up on Dark Link and the dragon statue river. We don't know what's up there. We know there's 2 items still in here. There's some bomb shoes and I think some arrows or something is what we found so far.
Yeah, nothing useful. I think Words is going to make the same play here. We're going to get the boss key, beat Morpho, and leave.
Yeah, it just depends on his route. So he did Dins and then he left.
Where were we going? Turning in skulls, maybe?
It was Greg. Greg was the other check. Yeah, Greg was boss key chest. It wasn't arrows. Yeah, I don't... I am really interested in what One Shot's doing right now. Ganon's castle?
It could be.
Decided to make the Ganon's Castle play before Shadow.
It looks like it because we spawned out. Our save quits all the way out in the lake, so.
Yeah. I guess.
But I mean,
played
he
Nocturne, open it up while you're right there, so you just
yeah,
like, oh,
this was
well,
just second guessing himself, I guess, because there was no reason to play the Nocturne.
Yeah, but all right. So we know there's nothing really up here in Gan's Castle. To note, we did not see what was on the boss key chest. So if he goes there and that's something, then that's a big pull for him. We know there's a bow in here. He's gonna find a second bow. That second bow was still huge for words. Like, we can't forget that one.
Yeah, definitely having
not to go out to Gerudo Valley and get the bow in the waterfall was big. The spike balls are not being kind to him, though. Alright, well, so unfortunately we have double things we have already seen right now. So kind of that time in the race where we're still waiting for some new checks to show up. So I mean, we kind of know the path that Words is probably on. What do you think one shot after doing all this here? I mean, he just brought out the bottle, so I was gonna talk about this. I mean, I expect him to grab blue fire. Does he feel like he's behind and just goes and melts King Zora instead of Shadow?
I would say he definitely thinks he's behind from the dins, but like you're expecting anyone else who found that dins to have gone Shadow already ahead of you.
Yeah,
so like, do you resign yourself to follow that, knowing it's probably going to have something, or are you really hoping that going out of your way on something else will pull you back in?
Morning, Judos. How you doing?
Morning.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just, I mean, I was gonna bring that up and then pull the bottle out anyways, so it brought up the conversation even more. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I think you're still resigned to check density of Shadow here.
I agree, but like if he's just, well, maybe I'm gonna gamble that nothing's in Shadow and everyone's how to do it, and I can make up time. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what he does. I didn't even realize that was the case.
Tudos, you knew that. We have randomized that music in before. The random music when you can put in other games, though, it's a blessing and a curse.
Oh yeah.
We had the one where it was the Majora's Mask, the chicken march, or the Brennan Mask, whatever. It was like everywhere in that seed. It was like Hyrule Field, river, the lake. Just constant, like, please never again.
There's that second bow. There's Greg. Also gain saves come again. Poor Greg, always forgotten. Alright, so yeah, so Words, basically he should be going some pillar here soon to find that boss key, and then we'll see if he finishes clearing out water or not. Or just goes and kills Morpha. I'd probably lean just kill Morpha at this point and go to the density of GTG and desert.
Yeah, that's what I would lean, especially like your save quit will let you come back here anytime.
Yeah. I mean, at this point for him, it's 3 items he's looking for. So like he really should be playing for density. Whereas like one shot, he has a few more items. He's mostly just running out of places to look besides the stone temples. But he is doing the boss key chest. If this is letter, And then that puts something that Words probably is not finding for a while, because Words did not come up here. So, for one shot, and if you're rooting for one shot, you want this to be letter or buttersword.
Yeah, but
It's
just a recovery art.
Every time one shot has needed something to be just something to put him back into the race with Words, it's just not. The closest thing was the bow, and then Words found a different bow. But that's rando sometimes. He's tried to avoid these stone dungeons, which I don't blame him, because they're stone temples. Unfortunately, they just all had something. And Boomerang was early, but the Mirror Shield and the Long Shot were both deep. I think he has to. If he's feeling behind, you find that item, you gamble that there's nothing else there. He's also cleared out part of water, so he can just go beat water. Like, right, he already has the boss key.
Yeah, I think 100% if you're feeling behind here, you take that long shot and you leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really, because it's, there's some, like, if he goes and pulls the block, okay. Like, if you want to do that, you want to stay long enough to just open the shortcut. But I think in one shot's case, if he truly feels way behind, he just needs to bail instantly, not even pull the shortcut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. The printed mass music is back.
It's not good. You don't want it.
What was that on? Because I definitely heard that too. Like, wow. Yeah, what was the music cue for that one?
Yeah, I think that was
Dead hand fight. Oh yeah, it was just a fight in general. All right, so does Words go to Dark Link? No, he's just going straight to Morph. Which makes sense. We already talked about this play. That it makes the most sense to not go up to Dark Link and all that. You could save quick, come right back here.
Yeah, and I think we're down to like one item in this dungeon anyway, so
yeah,
that's a lot of time for one check.
Yeah, I'm just can't. I feel bad for one shot when he finds that long shot in here. Like, it's just like, because he knew when he found that Dins that it was already a late Dins for him. And then when it leads to the long shot, it's just like, ooh. Alright, so we're getting a nice 2 Psychomorpha here.
Yep.
At least it wasn't more than that. There's that Shadow Temple boss key. Also, if Morph has an item here, then Water Temple's done. To note. Yeah, I believe we only have one item left to find. You know what's going to be weird in this seed? When Deku's our final dungeon that we're going to beat. Alright, so there's some item up on the Dark Link route. But like, I just have a feeling Butter Sword's going to be our go mode item, and we're going to beat Deku Tree last. And it's just going to be the go mode Deku. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could be letter too, though. Like,
yeah.
Now that we have our desert access with the long shot.
Yeah, at least we would have dins if it was. My point more was Deku Tree was always like that first dungeon you saw beat, and it very realistically could be the last dungeon we see beat today. All right, shoot the sun.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna skip out on that cutscene.
That's a long cutscene. Alright, so yeah, now he's gonna go do diving in the lab.
Yep. Still can't do the other lake checks without Scarecrow, but
At this point, he's probably not worried about it. He's just right here. I thought he was the skull as well. I think at this point he might be bailing on the skulls. Yeah, I haven't seen him pick one up in a while.
yeah, I don't think Words has seen the 30 hint, but we know it's either 50 or nothing.
We still haven't seen 50. He's going over to Scarecrow. Did he talk to him as a child at some point?
Oh, he can get fishing now.
Yeah, it's like the price. Right. So yeah, only thing he's leaving behind is root, which we know is a heart piece. There's nothing up there. Actually, yeah, there's 20 on one shot side. Scarecrow sanity. How would that even work? I mean, just like just a certain song spot would teach you the Scarecrow song, and the two Scarecrows could teach you regular songs.
And then you combine it with song sanity, so now they're items.
Just that it's put into the game as like a miniature Scarecrow is what you see when it's a just floating item. So ran. So it's like you just walk up to like the thing just hanging out. It just looks like a little mini Scarecrow. But then how would you know if it's adult or child Scarecrow that you just picked up? Put Pierre into a Pokeball. Yeah, and as expected, we're seeing the desert play from Words. I don't think there was any other possible play for him at this point.
No, not coming out of the lake.
Yeah, honestly, we're getting to see one shot follow, like because we know he's gonna get the long shot here. He's gonna go beat water. He's then gonna go to the desert. It's just where's Rudo's versus when does he find that boomerang? Like, because definitely once he finds that long shot, he's going in desert. He's not going fire for the boomerang.
Yeah, I guess if you're one shot, you're hoping.
You're one shot. You want a deeper fire.
I'm thinking, like, are you hoping Letters just deep fire?
I mean, he's not in his mind right now.
But yeah.
All right, does he bail? He's not bailing after long shot. So he must not feel like he's that far behind. Because yeah, if you're that far behind, you bail there.
Yeah, he might just go to push the block here, which would be reasonable.
The hammer rocks. Nope. Here's the skull collection coming back from Words.
We're still a little concerned about that 50.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, you have a lot. I mean, he's at 27. Like, he's been picking up the skull. But yeah, definitely one shot's best chance at winning this is just Rudo's deeper fire. honestly, Pierre, because Words doesn't have Scarecrow's home.
Yeah, if you need Pierre for a key or the item being on it,
Yeah.
that could really throw a wrench into Words.
Yeah, I mean, what Words has going for him is that he's just ahead at this point. So going back to fire would happen sooner for him than probably One Shot going to fire himself.
Yeah, and like Words has made sure to be pretty thorough in his checks. Like he did finish out Shadow.
Yeah, so
He
there's
has-
nothing like calling him back except for maybe water, finish out water.
Yeah, but you would go fire before one last water
yeah.
check.
Oh yeah.
So maybe that's what One Shot needs is the last
water.
item in water.
Yeah, and he clears it out here. So yeah, he puts the block. Okay, yeah, now he's
Yeah, that gets him a little bit of time back.
yeah. And he already has boss key and water, so he's gonna get some. Like he's as far as like pure progression wise, he's only a couple minutes behind. He'll be in GTG not too long. It's just that boomerang. That boomerang is what he's missing out on. Oh yeah. Why? Wait. What is he going for here? 20? No, he turned in 20, I thought.
I don't know that did he turn in 20?
And that's what would make. Yeah, he's turning in 20. He has to be. Oh, he just got 20? Okay.
Yeah.
He's turning in 20. Because I was like, wait, if he'd be save quitting to go to war, for some reason making the fire play, he'd be playing Bolero. Okay, yeah, 20. That makes sense. Now we see the save quit go water. Okay. All right. I hadn't been paying attention to his skull count. There's another ice trap. It's our third one we've seen so far for keeping track of ice traps.
When are we getting Ice Trap Mayhem?
With bringing ice traps back on, they could be freestanding items.
You know, I always liked that.
I did too. It made for a good laugh when
it's
you
good
were
stream
like, oh,
value.
Yeah, item.
Good stream value. Your runner goes out and like dives in the lake thinking they're about to pick up a bomb bag, and then they surface and they're frozen.
Or the even better plays of when they already have light arrows, but then they see light arrows again and they go and pick it up and it's an ice trap. I forget who that happened to, but that definitely happened to somebody.
Yeah. You have the item and then you see it and you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, it's a nice item. I'm picking that up. Alright, yeah, to note, we don't have Silver Gauntlets, so we can't push that block. So there are 4 checks locked back there. We also can't do Adult Spirit until we get those Silver Gauntlets. So my guess would be, I mean, obviously, if we found Rudos, then the Silver Gauntlets are probably in Jabu, or like maybe Butter Sword, and then they're in Deku. But I think the items are gonna very clearly chain together at this point, unless it's Deep Fire.
I mean, we still could get like Song of Storms.
I guess that's true.
And like, I'm not convinced the Steed's gonna just hand us these last few items. It might bite us a little more here.
It's dark. It's Dark Link, Deep Fire, and Bottom of the Well is where the last 3 items are. Because why not? And Song of Storms is out in Ice Cavern.
It very well could be. We haven't really seen song hints here.
That's just the way of the troll feed. I haven't been counting items and keys over on the GTG side to know if anything. I mean, it's hard to do with the 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard if with 4 not
But
being able
like
to be gotten.
knowing like yeah how many items were left back there. But yeah, I mean we might not even see the whole maze because there could be a bunch of keys back there.
Yeah, so far we've got 1.
Yeah. Song of Storms at Raku with Letter in the Ball. See, but I don't even think that's the worst combination. That's it could be a lot worse than that. All right, so now we're up to 3 keys. We got 2 keys in that room. I mean, I'm assuming we're not seeing toilet here. Is that a wallet up there on the freestanding?
A bomb bag or a wallet. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a toilet play here since we can't get the big block push.
All right, well, we see One Shot did watch the cutscene, so there's some time lost there. That is a wallet. Yeah, fully expect One Shot now to follow out until there's 4. Now we're just gonna go all keys.
And One Shot's already gotten the lake done, so they're just gonna run straight up.
Yeah, so yeah, he's about. I think by the time he gets out into GTG, I think he's gonna be about 7 to 8 minutes behind as far as just pure, like how soon he got here compared to words. So about 7 8 minutes in just the current progression that they're doing, plus a boomerang is what he's behind.
Yeah, so he's certainly got a little bit of work to make up, but I wouldn't say it's over yet. We've got some awful spots unchecked.
Especially if something is Deeper Fire or Dark Link, or how we talked about, like, just for some reason you have to go out to Ice Cavern still. Like, yeah, this seed still can get worse.
Yeah, and remember that, like, while One Shot didn't get anything out of, like, Gerudo Valley, Child Lake, River, Domain. Scarecrow Song he has, but, like, I'm just saying, if we're not finding anything and Words decides he needs to go back and do some of these checks, we're caught up.
Yeah, that could make up the time that he's currently behind. Because, like, I would think he would do that stuff before going Deeper Fire. Because that's Sphere 0 stuff. Sphere 0, Sphere 1.
Yeah, especially if you, like, find the letter next, then on your way up to jump, you do all of these things.
Yeah, and, well, there's also a scale in River, so, like, then it gives you that access from Domain to Lake. To kind of, like, if he went River into the Domain on his way out of Jabu, went and did all that. Yeah, but for our runner's sake, the fact that they already had to dip 3 stone dungeons for items, I'm gonna hope the items chain together here nicely.
Yeah, we've got 1 check here and then the maze.
Also, I mean, if we don't get Requiem Vanilla, 1, we can't do Child Spirit yet. And 2, if we don't find Requiem, you're walking back out here.
All right, well, so
6 keys.
6 keys. If we find 1 more, we'll get to the end of the maze.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's looking like there's probably a good amount of items locked behind Silver Gauntlets in here. There's at least 1 item locked back there. Also, look at that. Just so many hearts with double defense for words. Oh,
Words is
now-
probably getting a little nervous here. Like, come on.
give me one more key. Oh, he didn't check rooftop, did he?
I don't think so. I think this is our first. Oh, Silver is in the maze.
Wow. Nice arrows.
But there you go. Now that chains in perfectly to run out to Spirit. And
Yeah. And
Well-
finish out GTG.
yeah, you can go back, finish this.
And there's the key, so he gets all the way to the middle as well.
Now you either
depending-
hope you don't need to go child side or that Requiem's vanilla.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 items back in the Silver Gauntlet room and 2 keys.
Yeah.
Do you
I would
leave
probably I'd probably get them. It's real quick to run back.
Yeah. Once again, I think that comes down to do you feel like you're ahead or behind?
Right.
If you're ahead, you definitely just play it safe and you get them. If you're
Mhm.
behind, you might be more willing to be like, I'm gonna gamble that it's not there. Got silvers and GTG. So yeah, so like now you hope you're not key locked in Spirit.
Can we
You
get
hope you
golds
can
here?
progress Spirit.
Can we get gold? Go back
I
to
mean, we've
golds?
already had magic locked magic and fire source locked fire. Of course we could get strength locked strength, right? Alright, so that's 2. So we're now Rudo's letter and a butter knife away from go mode for words. What a combination of items to be looking for go mode.
It's gonna be a real nice Deku though. If that's our last dungeon, you're just
Oh,
gonna fire your way straight down.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, at this point, the only thing that could be in Deku is Rudo's.
Well, could be
Well-
golds to lead Rudos, or
That's true. I mean, yeah, that like as far as go mode, I
it
know.
would be a path to Rudos or Rudos itself.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the only path that Rudo's it even could be would be gold.
Yeah, at this point.
So yeah, now he's gonna go check the rooftop and find those ice arrows before heading out to Spirit. I mean, you hope just to find like Rudo's or butter knife in Spirit. Find the other item in whichever dungeon is not the one you get the item for. Like that's the seed all of a sudden becoming nice at that point. And honestly, if that was the case, this could end pretty quickly. Like if the items do chain together here, for he could be done rather fast. 50
Yeah,
skulls is still hanging out there. Deep fire's still hanging out there. Yeah, even letter then going to be Jabu and you get Song of Storms on the prelude check isn't the worst thing in the world. There are definitely worse things. If we have to go any deeper in fire, that's worse. If we ever have to go to Ice Cavern, that's worse. Like, definitely a lot of things that can still be bad. Not finding Requiem out here and having to go to Child Spirit. That's worse. All right. Anything on the wasteland today? I know someone guessed. I think it was Ghost Strike guessed wasteland a long time ago. There's 30. And nope, nothing on Wasteland. Oh, Wasted Link guessed it? Okay. Well, sorry, Wasted Link, there was nothing on Wasteland. Alright, does one shot do the toilet? Yes, looks like he is. Man, we got double chickens, double skull mask, and now double toilet this race. Has that ever happened before on a restream?
Oh, I'm sure it has, but
Probably not often.
Ghost Strike, no, stop.
Oh, yeah, God, no. That's officially the worst chain of events. That is definitely the please no chain of events. I mean, you didn't work deep fire into that somehow though, so.
He missed it.
I don't even know how you could. Letter in bottom of the well, Pona in ice, sword on horseback. Yeah, I don't know where you could fit deep fire into there.
We're about to see the song.
Yeah, this is big. Also, I mean, do you read the hintstone at this point? I mean, you're still looking for 50.
Oh, we're coming to look and at least see what's on top here.
Yeah.
So we might as well read while we're... Hey, which hand is that?
Right?
And has a key.
Good to know. Thank you. Well, that's
mean,
one less key that
just-
could be on adult side. So that's actually not a good thing.
No, but it's good to know about the dungeon you're entering. And vanilla.
Okay.
Or bailed out.
Yes, that cuts out a lot of potential bad things. Seed. I mean, we still could have to go to a lot of places, but that helps.
It helps, so we're still kind of hoping we don't even need it.
Oh yeah, no, we want to see a key.
Give us the boss key. Let's be out of here.
Give us Rudo's letter or butter knife while we're in here as well. Honestly, Rudo's. I'd rather see Rudo's over butter knife at this point. So that go mode Deku, because that's just faster.
Yeah, no, you want Rudos, so we can go to Jabu, get nothing, go to Ice, get our Song of Storms.
No, no.
Go
I
to the
don't.
well. Be upset when the well doesn't actually have it and you have to go to Frogs.
Frogs won.
Frogs won.
All right, there's a key. We're not locked. Until Child Spirit has Rudo's letter. Why do we keep speaking these things into existence? We need to...
We love our fans here wanting the stream value.
Alright, oh, Silver Gauntlets are about to get pulled on one shot side. Oh, I thought it was that chest. It's the next one. It's fun. Watch more Zooter.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, if you wanna watch more Zooter, have I got the stream for you this Saturday?
Look at that. Professional commentator taking the segue. Alright, I'll let you continue.
I'm just saying, I've got some amazing commentators who are going to be there Saturday with the most exciting second game of the semis. You saw the first one. You know it came right to fire.
Good commentators on that one as well.
But you know Saturday, we're in for another down-to-the-wire exciting race.
I mean, it's hashtag top 4, by the way. It's always exciting. Well, we could have our first top 2, by the way, team after Saturday.
Certainly by the end of the weekend, because if Saturday doesn't end it, Sunday will.
Yes. Guaranteed. That's a hard guarantee that if Saturday does not end the series, Sunday will. Alright, does Spirit Temple have anything?
Does it at least have our boss key on adult?
I guess that's true. So we're not out of the blues of coming here as a child in multiple ways. Boss key, an item over there. So far, it's a big no.
Spirit at least gonna make us sweat it out.
And I mean, every dungeon's done that to us so far.
Well, not fire, at least not yet.
It's true. Fire's like, hey, I helped. But also, why would you have come to me early? That's what Fire did. It's like, yeah, I'll be useful. I'll give the item. But coming here early is a big gamble play. Yeah. Ironic, Fire being the only one not decided to note. We still have not found another key.
We kind of need to find a key soon. We got, what, 3 checks?
2? 2
These
checks?
2 and Sunblock.
Oh yeah, Sunblock. Forgot about Sunblock.
But we need a key on one of them.
Oh no, that bomb. Come on, just give us a key. There we go. Alright, we're safe. We're safe for now.
One shot. Why are you walking the hard way?
You have long shot. You didn't even have to walk.
That is true.
You could have taken the fast route. But, I mean, that I believe was his file name. Gotta love using dins to kill these guys. Who needs to run around? Alright, let's see if this Mirror Shield and Forest actually got us anything besides the ability to beat the dungeon.
Yeah, interesting that words didn't go to the sunblock yet. Perhaps hoping he won't need it.
I would think that's the case. I mean,
You
Words
could-
has been very thorough, but yeah, I mean, 2.5
You're hoping.
hours in, 2 items from Go Mode.
Oh, there's a Goron tunic, which
Fire
there's the
Temple.
boss key. We got all the keys.
You mean you don't like a 7-page document detailing Spirit Key logic, Wasted Link? I'm shocked. But yes, Spirit Key logic sucks. Alright, so yeah, so the only thing that we could need to come to Child Spirit for is if that's for one of the Go Mode items. What is it? It might have been 8. It might have been 8 pages. It was long. Alright, well, we know the other one's a key, so yeah, he's not going to. Alright, luckily we have a long shot, so this room becomes easy. When you don't have long shot here, this room sucks.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to think now. If we don't find anything here, What is the next play?
For
Words right
Word?
here.
I mean, either fire or child spirit. I think those are really your only choices.
Oh, but
Well,
there's
never mind. Ganon's
there's
Castle.
there's your strength locked strength.
Ganon's Castle is the play. If you find
We
nothing
found the play.
else. We
I
found
had
the
to
play.
ask, and then the seed was like, "There you go."
Yep, we might be seeing it.
We're gonna be
mean-
yeeting some rocks.
Actually, we probably will see it no matter what. Even if he pulled, who knows?
He'd have to pull both in these next two.
He'd have to pull both. And that's a no. So yeah, we're definitely gonna see some rock cheated. Seed just wants to keep going. Doesn't want to stop. To know, we were commenting. I know the people on the restream can't see, but Words has a split. Words has splits on his layout where he actually splits every single check. To note, he is what 16 minutes ahead of a time where he's checked 148 things. So like he's moving at a nice pace. The Seed, like he's checking things pretty quickly. But yes, he does have splits. It is interesting. Yes, individual check splits.
Ooh, interesting too. He is gonna go and get a quick sunblock.
I mean, you have long shots, so you can get back up there quickly.
I was thinking he might just orphan it to if he has to go back child side, but
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
fine
this
too.
would be quicker.
I think the golds would have like maybe tempted me more to just orphan this for a bit.
I probably just would have done it before. Like I would have just come up and done this right away.
I'm not sure why we're. I guess we have to come back out.
Oh yeah, for the dins. Yeah, we gotta leave the room. All right, so we know the next play is he's gonna head to Ganon's castle. Now let's assume you find nothing in Ganon's castle. That then leads to Child Spirit or Deep Fire. Still, I mean, 50 skulls is still in play. Oh, we always forget about that.
Yeah, Words has it. He's still going with them.
Oh yeah, no, Words has not forgotten. I always forget until I see him collect another skull.
Yeah, that goes back to when we could have checked 2 hints around the Deku tree. More and more, because we've seen so many hints. I'm pretty sure 50 is going to be behind there.
I honestly want to know whenever the seed ends. I want to know from the spoiler log where the 50 hint was. Cause yeah, it's there or it's up by Zelda.
Yeah.
Like it's in one of those not great spots. And if it is something, that's just gonna be bad. But like if someone went and say checked around Deku as an adult and it was there, then obviously that's a big information payoff for them. Or even if it was dead, then they know I don't need to collect more than 20 skulls.
Yeah, exactly.
So either way, finding that information is helpful. Okay. Twin Rova is being a bit of a troll right now. They're not really shooting. There we go.
Well, sometimes they like to just fly circles around you.
And other times they like to just shoot back to back to back to back when you could barely even turn around and get a good aim on. Because why not? Well, at least once they started shooting, they were kind of nice to him. Stayed in decent spots.
Yeah, we got the 5th shot though, because he didn't hook shot them after the 4th. That's the one thing you always want to make sure is the hook shot after that 4th, so you don't get a 5th, 6th, or even 7th
Yeah.
blast.
Definitely don't want those extra cycles. Fight already takes long enough.
Nice clean 2nd phase though, and we'll see if Twin Rova has something for us today.
If she doesn't, we're gonna go eat some rocks. If she does, it'll be an interesting decision that needs to be made. Do you push the dungeon, hoping the other item's just there, or do you go check behind the gold? And that's a no. You go check golds. No decision to be made here. Alright, well that's 4 of our medallions. Deku and Jabu left.
Yeah, that's right. We said Deku left. You heard us.
2.5 hours in, yeah, we have not touched the Deku tree. That's because of a nice new setting, closed Deku tree, which requires you to find the Kokiri sword before Maida will let you in there. And unlike when you're an adult, when you're a child, you can't just flip over him. Well, you technically can, but it requires clipping, which is not allowed. So, and there's that Goron tunic, which honestly for one shot, I mean after the gold gauntlet stuff, that Goron tunic might lead him more towards fire. To finally get that boomerang.
Yeah.
Didn't we get 30 confirmed dead?
We did, but it was one shot who saw it in domain.
Oh yeah,
So,
it was domain.
Yeah.
That's why we're just checking that. Alright, he's gonna walk on over to Ganon's castle.
Yeah. There's the different spawns forcing us to walk more sometimes.
Yep.
So how do you feel about that, chat? All of these changes that you've gotten to see tonight and on some previous streams. What are we liking so far? What are we not liking? I know we had Scrub Sanity on one of the other ones, and we don't have it tonight.
Love the agent spawn rando. Yeah, I think a lot of people are really enjoying that particular setting. Not so much so because it sometimes like this, like we've had to walk a lot more than we probably would have had we had normal spawns. But yeah, exactly what Beast just said. The change in the routes is the best reason for it. There's those golds there. Yeah, closed Deku definitely changes things a lot because you don't just have that free possible medallion or stone just right off the bat.
Yeah, we certainly got some interesting early game today.
Oh yeah. To say
like
the
the quad dipping forest or whatever we ended up doing.
All right, so nothing on the first gold gauntlets check. I mean, Words can just finish off Ganon's castle. He's just gonna full clear. Yeah, we got chickens. Well, it took them 2 minutes to do it. So 2-minute chickens today is what we got because of the start spawn.
But again, though, like since we had that spawn, they could have waited. We even got the hint.
We got the hint above where Malin normally stands. It
So
told
that-
us it was a floopy.
So for those who still hate doing that check, even if you start there, waiting might be the play.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I know Scrubs is still one of those ones that is being debated. Or some people seem like they're not big fans of it. I agree with what Ghost says. I kind of like Scrubs on because it does give more value to certain areas. The river, like Hylia. You can get kind of a couple more checks that beef them up a bit.
Yeah, for sure. You have added strength to a few areas. My only thought with that is like maybe you buff the hints up a little to balance out adding so many checks to.
Oh yeah, no, there's Buttersword.
We got it.
Oh man, the logic of this seed. I mean, so that Ruda's letter from Go mode. Hopefully, it's just in the Deku tree or still deeper here. Then there's Ruda's.
And they're both in the light trial.
There's both in the light trial. So you needed those gold gauntlets. So, I mean, Words is in Go mode. Good for him. Poor one shot. Because he's going to go there. He's going to find those 2 items right now. He's going to full clear Deku Tree. Obviously not find the boomerang. He's probably going to go Ice Cavern. And not find the boomerang.
Yeah, I don't know when.
I don't know when or if he ever... like, when would you go fire if you were in this scenario?
This is awful. The worst part is like if Jabu or the combination. Oh no, he can't do Jabu, so he can't get the song.
I mean, he can do the single check in Jabu.
Yeah. No, he can't. Yeah. But like, if you go ice for the song,
yeah,
and if it's storms
or storms, yeah, it adds even more. It's 50-50 because he hates both fire and ice. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
which does he decide he hates more today?
Yeah. I mean, my hope was the Goron tunic pushes him fire here before he goes and throws that rock and finds those items, but I doubt it.
We're going from here.
I mean, he does have Bolero.
Well,
But
he
also he
like-
went full clear fire at this point, so maybe that's not the best thing. Yeah, hammer locked boomerang, bomb bag, and strength 1. Oh, he's picking up that bunny hood now.
He's doing the bunny hood. He said, you know, I turned in that spooky mask. I gotta get this now.
He's gonna have to do some running around here as a child. It's gonna speed him up. Because he has to run all the way to forest.
I think
Yeah,
he'll minuet, right?
Well, yeah, so which one do you do first here? Run to forest and dive into the river from there, or go river, come out and dive into that way?
He has no scales, so I would go minuet to Deku Tree.
Yeah, he doesn't
run out. I would run out to the river after Deku, but it looks like he's going.
Looks like he's
the other. Well, it looks like he's running this way to Deku.
Yeah,
which is
he's running to Deku this way. Yeah, so yeah, scales in the rivers. Yeah, he didn't know about scales. Yeah, so that's not a choice for him.
But here we see why people don't want the early bunny hood.
Yeah. This is
As
why you still have to turn in the masks to get Skull Mask, because you could just there was a time where you could have just had that right away. All right. And yep, we see One Shot walking over to Ganon's castle. Gonna get that butter knife and get that Ruda's letter. I mean, this can be a very fast Deku for.
oh yeah, we're going straight down, fighting Goma.
Just,
But One Shot, unfortunately, is going to be checking everything.
yep. Gonna be climbing up. I mean, unless he doesn't want to push them, but I mean, he's one item from go mode, so like he's gonna go clear Deku before.
Yeah, 100%. He's going to full clear Deku and Jabu.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least open up Jabu. And see, I feel
yeah,
single check. Yeah, he'll go single check. Just in
yeah.
hopes that it's the boomerang. Also, Engo, are you still in the race time?
You let me look.
I mean, don't say if anyone's finished, but for us to know when we're finished.
Yeah, so far we've got a forfeit earlier. Someone had to some other commitment.
Yeah. I just think that that'll be good once Words finishes with we know what placement he actually got overall.
I think it's safe to say right now no one is finished.
Yeah. On it, I could see Words taking first overall with the boomerang play, because I feel like most people would be playing One Shot is.
Yeah, I could see
going to fire.
A lot of people could have easily skipped dipping into fire.
Also, see you, Deku. We're already done with you. Just that quickly.
Yeah, I actually another seed we were doing the other day was pretty quick one. It turned out because Medaillon fire, the hammer was just in the first check.
Oh, nice.
But I didn't go in there early, so I was like, okay, thank you, Tudos, for like checking that early and just getting me out of checking everything else. So there he is. Tudos did. He won it.
Tudos coming in clutch, and there's that Rudos.
Yeah.
And I believe this is the butter sword.
Yep.
I mean, I agree, Tudos. I definitely I'd go in that. If I don't have hammer, I'll go for the. Also, say those bugs are finally gone.
Words being nice. Being nice and letting those bugs out in the woods and not drowning them where the fish are.
Yeah.
How thoughtful.
Also, bunny hood. Also, he's gonna see that scale. And it's oh yeah, well we got to see what was deeper in the light trial. There it was the final bomb bag.
Boomerang was hammer locked and yeah, fire boss key.
Fire boss key. Yeah. Words has had that for about 2 hours and 15 minutes, probably more.
Yeah, and we're finally gonna pull it out.
Very early. Yeah, because we got hammer was our first item we got because it was an open grotto cac.
Yeah, but like it was very easy for One Shot or anyone racing this to be like, oh, that hammer led me to a strength in a boulder, a bomb bag in a boulder. I think something else as well. Like
It eventually, it led to boomerang as well.
Yeah, but like you could have been like, oh, it led to all these other nice things. Why would I go fire?
Words just went fire before finding any of that. Like that's what like it. He didn't know of those things. He dipped into fire really early.
And yeah, Chad, if you didn't have any opinion on that bunny hood before, you're getting to really see its power here with running.
Yeah, bunny hood is nice. So I mean, we said it when he picked up Spooky Mask. I mean, the cack spawn is really what eventually got him into the bunny hood. Like, I think if their spawn, I mean, they had Nocturne, so I guess he still could have just dropped off Spooky Mask. But since bunny hood's now available, just like that, we can even get it. At this point, like, we could be seeing more bunny hoods this season. Oh, he read the letter. Yep, and as expected, we're seeing a one-shot go child.
Yeah, I mean,
he's gonna go do Deku Tree.
Yeah,
gonna find nothing there.
One shot, you're like, it's gotta be in Deku, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, he's gonna go Deku. He's gonna drop off the letter, and then he's gonna have to make the decision of fire or ice burn. And hopefully for him, he picks fire. Because Ice Cavern could just lead to a long, sad trail.
Yeah, well, the other interesting thing is he might see words finish, which at that point,
you could even metagame that it's not.
Yeah, you meta that's not like a long ice chain of.
Yeah, like it's not going to be on the song on Ice Cavern. Things like that, and yeah, start thinking, okay, what could I have done earlier? Yeah, what? Yeah, I was wondering,
like eat her through the door.
I think so. I think that's what he tried to do, and it did not work. So yeah, hopefully he metagames off of it and realizes probably not Ice Cavern, but you never know. Because the golds weren't early, so like Rudo's letter, stuff like that, like plays off of that are probably not. Like if you see someone finish relatively shortly after you find Rudo's.
Hey, there's the 50. It is behind Deku Tree.
Yep. He's going for both of them. That's interesting.
Yeah, I still would have liked to see it early. Maybe you get, I don't know if they saw like a Pierre hint or like a deepest fire hint or.
I know we haven't seen one. Yeah, there's the Ocarina hint. Yeah. Oh my god, Bunny Hood and Jabu is so nice. All I know is I'm gonna get Bunny Hood a lot of my seeds now.
Yeah, you know, I kind of questioned getting it earlier, but seeing him run through here,
like seeing even just this, like to go moding child dungeons with Bunny Hood. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Yeah, like if it's not out of my way to do, I'm gonna start getting Bunny Hood.
Yeah, if you have Jabu as a dungeon.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you have, if I see Jabu as a dungeon, I'm gonna try and grab Bunny Hood. Cause like, my god, yeah, does this look nice? Just zooming through here, and zooming up here as well.
He's zooming so fast, he's got time to check this for us.
Right? That single Deku Nut. Also, this poor barren Deku Tree that we're seeing. Yeah, would help with chickens if you route in chickens, like beat up chickens a lot.
Or Child Spirit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get Nocturne or a spawn close to Cack, like getting Bunny Hood's a play for sure. If you don't have either of those, then probably no. Probably not doing it. I mean, probably still would save time in the long run, but Yeah, because what? Because there's literally no other item besides Boomerang that could lead to any progression for one shot. The only things that could lead to opening new stuff is Song. Because he's only missing Ferors and Big Goron Sword as far as like items go. Besides the Boomerang. And I guess Gold Scale, but that doesn't open anything.
Yep.
But so we were talking about him metaing off of when Words finishes, but that he could also meta into Dark Link or something like that. And go clear that out, thinking, oh shoot, it's that one thing I left in Water Temple.
Yeah, could be. On the bright side, he was very thorough on like the sphere 0 and 1 kind of stuff, so
Yeah,
he won't get pulled back into any of that.
Although I know I said this in Spike's chat the other day when we were talking about season 4 stuff. Kokiri sword, like if I find it late, I feel like that just tells you that Deku is probably barren as all heck. Versus if you find it early, it probably tells you there's something good in barren.
Yeah.
Because like if you're finding it late, like clearly you're doing Deku late. So like I wonder if One Shot thinks the same way and is like not surprised he's finding nothing here. I mean, obviously he's clearing it out in hopes he finds the Boomerang, but that's just me. Like I feel like if you see that Kokiri sword pretty late, you're probably gonna have a pretty barren Deku tree. You're clearing it out. I mean, unless you want to completely gamble, which would be dumb at this point, but just kind of something I thought about the other day with Kokiri sword now. God, the bunny hood though.
All right, hear me out. We get a new bunny hood put in here that you can only wear in forest.
I mean, that's just called open elevator.
Let's help them zoom through there.
That's just called take forest out of the game. Just delete the temple from existence. It's always a stone, it's always barren, and there's never anything on OOT. Where would we fit in our ad breaks? When they're doing the same stuff that we've already seen. There's still time. There's still downtime in Zooter Seeds. Oh. Baronade's like that fight that's just like, it's so nice when you get it perfectly. But then just sometimes you get hit in the face with a jellyfish. No.
Well, sometimes you get hit in the face twice.
Honestly, this second phase is mess up a ton, like where you don't get that boomerang out quick enough, so then you're sitting here trying to get it in there and it just keeps clanking on the jellyfish. Yeah, no, I agree, Beast. Like that's I said open elevator a while ago. Like it makes it more of like a fire and water and less just another linear dungeon. Because like, I mean, even Shadow, like you can make certain plays, you can skip certain things. More so, especially in the co-op setting, like open elevator would help a lot in not having everyone go through 15 minutes of Forest Temple. Because like someone would still clear it, but at least the second person wouldn't always have to full clear it. All right, and we're off to Ganon on words aside, we are gonna have one shot going into Jabu, hoping to find that boomerang. Yeah, maybe we wouldn't see a triple dip in forest.
Well, that could lead to even more triple dips though if you go
Yeah, if
you
you
go
make
down the
game
elevator and then you're coming back.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure we're getting out of that mess, but
Just look at that speed difference. Let's just look at it.
we're zooming. We're gonna have to ban the bunny hood altogether.
I mean, it's already been technically. I mean, unless you did all the stones and then went to get it, it's basically been banned. I'm okay with, but if you want to make the bunny hood play, you want to put in that little extra time investment, I'm okay with it, because it's something anyone could get. Oh, he's going to the fairy fountain as well. Makes sense. That's just zoom. He saved so much time from that bunny hood. Like a couple minutes of walking time there he saved just in this like short little stretch at the end. Oh, and there's ice trap number 4. Yeah, you just have to route it in. Like that's it. Well, you need to route in Skull Mask. It's basically a reward for doing Skull Mask. There's Song of Storms. So luckily, we know one shot's never gonna get baited by Song of Storm, because that's for beating Jabu. So we know Well will never happen for him. We know all the Storm Grottos won't happen for him. So that cuts out some potential end time of this seed for him. Yeah. Bunny Hood's your reward for committing to Skull Mask. Plus a little extra. Plus going to talk to the kid. Well, I guess you also have to talk to Skull Kid. Not only do you have to do Skull Mask, you also then have to go give the mask to Skull Kid. Okay, so yeah, I am interested. What does One Shot do once he sees this is not? He's child already. He obviously doesn't have well access. Probably goes Child Spirit.
Yeah, I think you would finish off your
Finish off
last
your
bit of
child
child.
stuff.
And then it's fire or ice.
Yep. And hopefully he picks fire. But yeah, so yeah, we will see the 2 checks. And I mean, that's cool. Like going over to Child Spirit, it's just the 2 things. So like he'll be in and out of there fast. All right, Stelfo's down. All right, here we go. Here's the single check. Very quickly, we'll see Requiem played over on the side.
Yep. And while we're finishing up,
Nocturne.
I'd just like to say thanks again here to our trackers, Ghost Strike and Wasted Link, my fellow commentator Derpy here, HK for running the stream, you guys, the viewers, the runners for helping test all of this.
And shout outs to Engel as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. If he's
it's
giving
been
shout outs to everyone, we gotta give him shout outs as well.
a good community effort here to get these season 4 settings pinned down to like something we can have fun with.
Thanks to everyone except Starseeds.
Except star seeds.
Honestly, with the way this one was, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a Starseed. Dip into all the stone temples for an item. This has Star Special written all over it. Alright, it looks like
No.
we're not getting Child Spirit.
I guess we're getting straight to adult.
Alright, here's the 50-50. Please choose fire. For your sake, choose fire. Well, we have communicated to the runners a couple times through the ethos today. Please let this message get through to One Strike. Or One Shot.
Words missing the one cycle on Dorf.
I mean, to note, of the decision between Ice Cavern and Fire, you have Bolero. Like, you can go straight to Fire. You don't have to walk anywhere. Whereas Ice Cavern, you have to walk.
Words here. Having a little trouble with Ganondorf as he keeps slamming.
Alright, there we go. Please break out that ocarina. Do it. I see bomb shoes.
Oh, fire.
Hey.
We're going to ice.
No?
He's
I mean,
playing Bolero.
Like, I mean, I guess Bolero puts you close to both of them. No, turn right.
He brought out the blue fire.
No. No, he was so close. Oh, why? Why you were right there?
It's okay. Words got Dorf down. He's gonna finish this and
Yep. Ice is a bad play.
it's sometimes a good play. It's just usually you have the letter very early for it to be good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, if we have a letter early, then yeah, good play.
Yeah, 9 would say rush ice.
Yeah, but Ghost Strike. I mean, at this point, you're an item from Go mode. I'm just taking the quickest checks. I'm taking the stuff that's most easily accessible, and that's fire.
What's funny is he's finally done Link here.
Yeah. Right.
I completely forgot that he had skipped Link the Goron way longer.
Yeah, we had said there was like he did a good job of clearing out the Sphere Zero. I guess that was the one he left behind. So, unfortunately, that might have pulled him away from fire, thinking, "Oh, I should go check Link, and then I can just go to ice first."
Mm-hmm.
Like that actually might be the thought process there.
And it looks like One Shot's gonna win this race here. I have not seen a finisher yet. So unless someone snipes it, real quick.
I'm like I said, I fully expect most people to be doing One Shot's doing.
Yeah, or perhaps just not getting the bunny hood and you're running slower.
I think the bunny hood saves some time as well. So I think that obviously the early fire dip was a huge payout. And then I think the bunny hood late is going to save some time. And those two decisions it's going to lead to this victory.
Mm-hmm. And we can't forget about Ganon's bailing us out with a bow.
Oh yeah, that was actually big as well. See, but I could see a lot of people, like we said, I could see probably about 50. It's probably 50-50 on which bow was found first. Man, poor One Shot. Going up to this ice and it's gonna find maybe a big Goron sword. All right. Well, what? So this is Serenade or Epona's, right?
Yeah, it's one or the
This
other.
is Epona's, and that could pull him away from fire again. He could go do horseback archery.
Hmm. But
I
yeah,
also GG to words.
yeah. GG's words finishes in first with the 308.47.
So I mean, at this point, I hope One Shot's looking at race time. I hope he has it open because if you see that,
One Shot gave the GG's.
okay, if you see that, you know it. You have to know it's not ice. Ruda's was too late for it to be ice for him to be finishing ahead of you. Because like One Shot hasn't done anything wrong. Like One Shot hasn't made bad plays. I guess maybe he's thinking he's behind because of finding Din's late. But really, he wasn't that far behind at that point.
Yeah, it was just a few minutes at that point. But
Like maybe that's him thinking the difference, and it isn't.
he's committed to ice. It looks like.
So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is 7-8 minutes. That's just down the drain for him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get words in here for some post game comments or.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, it's always rough watching when you know where it should be going and they go to the other one. Always just hurts, but it's that coin flip. You flipped. Unfortunately for One Shot, he flipped tails a lot on a couple coin flips today. Like there was a couple times where it was like, ooh, if the item's here versus somewhere else, it will help him out a ton. It was always somewhere else for him today.
Yeah, that's just Zooter for you. Some days you have all the flips go in your favor, and some days here you are in ice.
Yep. Like we said, like he's played incredibly well. Like
Yeah, no, his play's been fine all game. He's done a good job routing. It's just
decisions haven't been bad, but like yeah, any coin flip decision that was made always flipped tails. Yeah, and it doesn't help because yeah, he found the items locked behind hammer, so it leads you to thinking, okay, that hammer's not for fire temple. Whereas words obviously went fire before finding those. So just a couple little things like that. So yeah, I mean the only things we could find that aren't trash is literally big Goron sword for roars and gold scale. Otherwise, it's going to be a bunch of heart pieces and refills. Oh yeah, I guess there's one wall out there, so we can still find a wallet. Whew. That was a nice little skip right there. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, words is sorry, One Shot just wants to show off the flips.
Yeah, that's why he came here. He just wanted to show off a nice counter. Probably like, hey, I got this awesome technique. I know I'm on restream. I'm gonna show off. honestly, there's a lot of nice strats in this room. Yeah. I mean, you got the people that bomb jump. You got the glitzless jumps. This is my first time seeing the flip strats.
Hello.
Hello, words.
GG's, congratulations.
Thank you. That was possibly the most fun Go mode I've had in a while.
Oh, we saw you were zooming out there.
Bunny Hood OP.
Bunny Hood with both of the child dungeons left to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, the big question, the big thing we want to ask, the boomerang, going into fire early.
Yeah.
Talk us through the thought process, because that's what one shot he's missing boomerang. Hasn't gone into fire. So what was kind of the going into fire there early? What led you there?
So I ran out of things to do conveniently as a child pretty quickly, and kind of in season 3 seeds, I typically go early adult anyway. So I was like, okay, I'll go adult, go to CAC, and through that process, I got the DMC Way of the Hero hint somewhere along the way, and I was like, okay, I can get to DMC, right? And then realized I couldn't actually stop Link the Goron. I had to go around the long way, but because I had ZL, I could get the fairies. So that was what pushed me to DMC so early. Going into Fire Temple, I just had a feeling that at the time I was thinking, maybe it's all dungeons. You get the hammer, you get hover boots early. I wasn't even thinking about hookshot at that point, although I think I got it along the way to fire, or maybe shortly after.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? If I can just pull off a quick Volvagia fight, that could be awesome. Although I think I only had 5 hearts at that point, so it would have been really tough. But yeah, I was just thinking, I can clear it. That's a stone out of the way. If this is an all dungeon seed with hover boots and hammer, might as well check it. I was not expecting to find a boomerang there. Yeah, shoutouts to all 3 stone dungeons having Way of the Hero items.
Yeah, I may have spoken that into existence before the seed started, because we saw the medallion list, and so before the seed started, when it was just me and Ingle chatting, I was like, it's not going to be a real all dungeon seed, but you're going to have to dip all 3 stone dungeons to get important items. So yeah. I apologize. I cursed the seed.
It's okay.
But to note, obviously chat can see it. One shot is in Fire Temple, so he's about to find his boomerang here. It's in this next chest. But just wanted to throw that in there.
Oh, nice. And that's his go mode?
Yeah, that's his go mode. He already went through the boomerang check in Jabu. Yep, there it is.
Did he pick up the bunny hood?
No.
He did not.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the next thing to ask about, the bunny hood.
Yeah.
Is that something you've just been doing often here in season 4? Something you tried out today? Because of where the spawn was?
This was actually the first seed that I've played with the bunny hood. I've fooled around with it a little bit before, but haven't actually played with it in a seed. So primarily I just wanted to try it, see how it went. But with the timing of going to Lost Woods for the Way of the Hero hints there, and the spawn points, I was like, you know what? Let's just at least set it up. We still have Jabu to do. Deku Tree, turns out there's not too much to do with or without the bunny hood. But yeah, just with Jabu still out there, I was like, I just want to get it set up. I have the spawn points. It's not going to take too long to just complete that quest and go from there.
Yeah. We were definitely commenting as you were zooming around bunny hood, like, oh my god. I know I said, I'm like, I want to get that bunny hood now.
I think certainly the field is fun. There are some things in Jabu that I wasn't quite used to. If you are holding something and you hit the mask button, it actually throws the object that you're holding.
So that's what happened with Ragudo there on that first door?
Yeah, and I did it with the Kuko in Zora's River too, where I picked the Kuko up, but didn't have the bunny hood on, and so I tried to put the bunny hood on and end up throwing the chicken. So yeah, couple things to get used to there, but it's just so fast.
Yeah.
I think it was worth it in the end, timing wise.
Yeah, I was wondering in the early going, like, is it worth going a little off your way for? I think when you have the spawn kind of right there, that you prove to us it's definitely worth it if you have Jabu or Deku or something at the end
The
to finish
spawn
up.
right there, and we started with Nocturne. So even if we didn't have the
Yeah.
spawn.
Yeah.
That's true. Although the spawn was also useful for getting to the Temple of Time. There was really no other access to it.
Yeah, no prelude for you guys this time.
No prelude. What was
Prelude
the
on OOT and Serenade is going to end up being burning cack.
what was the did Lon Lon have anything vaguely useful?
No.
It had Bolero.
Yeah.
Bolero. Okay. I was worried it had Eponas, and that would have.
No,
Yeah,
Epona
that-
was Ice Cavern.
Okay.
A bit of a bold play though to skip Lon Lon. How do you
I was
feel with this
saving
new
it.
route?
I was saving it for when I had the bunny hood. No, I don't really. I didn't like Lon Lon here just because I feel like I had other better things to do at any moment in time, and just crossing the field and kind of getting stuck out there didn't feel worthwhile. I don't know. It takes a lot of time, and you can always get to it later. I had things to do.
Yeah. It's just interesting how, it used to be the play, like the 3 songs, you go get them, that's just what you do. And now that we've mixed up these spawns and everything, maybe you don't go to Lon Lon for a while.
Yeah.
Forever in this case,
And if we're
Actually,
going to talk about skipping old route checks, you also skipped Gerudo Valley. That's actually one shot found a bow in
on the waterfall.
Yeah.
So that's the
And-
one because I peeked the crate as an adult.
Yeah.
But
And
I had,
he had
10
that
double
before.
defense.
Yeah, he had that before you. So like when you kind of like were doing like you guys were a child around that same point, and then obviously you didn't go there, and then you went to Ganon's capital after, and we're like, well, I mean, best thing for words here is finding a second bow in here. And of course, then there was a second bow in Ganon's castle. So that definitely, I mean, you didn't know it was so nice for you, but it really was because we never saw a third bow actually. I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like that was definitely a risk. That combined with a couple of the Lake Hylia checks that I missed because I never kind of went down that way as a child. That could have really come back to bite me, especially because I wasn't prioritizing songs. So for all I know, like Serenade was at Lon Lon Ranch the whole time, and something really silly was on Child Fishing, or possibly the worst case was Lab Rooftop, because it's right next to the adult spawn point, and I just had no way of getting there.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of were talking at the end how One Shot, made these kind of coin flip calls that you didn't pick, and like neither route was, really that much better or worse. It was just kind of the luck of the draw here. He checks something, there's no good song in Lon Lon. You skip it, you're fine. It's just Zooter in a nutshell, the seed.
Yeah. I definitely have been prioritizing like check dense areas lately. I mean, even during season 3, I've never been a fan of following 3 song very much, just because I really like to push hint and item checks more than songs, especially like just doing the castle check as a child. It feels like it's so slow at that point in the seed. And so I usually like to grab the weird egg and kind of roll that way. So I feel like I did similar things here. Except in season 4, there's sort of no 3-song power to make those plays quite as worthwhile. So I don't know. It's just kind of, I kept getting like dungeon after dungeon opening up, and I was like, okay, I'll just roll with it. Go see what happens.
Yeah, and I know the next thing we want to talk about is it definitely seemed like you were really focusing skulls. Is that kind of something you normally do in your skull person? You don't want it. You want to make sure you get them, or was that something with kind of how a bit dry the early seed was? You decided to go with collecting skulls.
It was a little bit of both. So up to 20 was definitely because Kakariko was Way of the Hero. And that combined with, an early hookshot and an early logical boomerang, at least. I understand that it was not actually in a very convenient location, I suppose. But with those 2 items, I was already thinking Skulltula access. And so I definitely wanted to get to 20. I only wrote down the hint for 40 as dead. I think I saw either 30 or 50, but I wasn't sure which one, so I wanted to get up to 30 just in case.
You saw 30 because 50 was behind the Deku tree.
Okay.
That's where that hint was.
Both of them?
No, I think just
There was
the one. I don't know if we ever saw the second.
I guess it could have been Zora's Domain or Zora's Fountain or something.
Zora's Domain had 30.
Okay.
I don't think we ever saw the second.
Wow, I just realized that I skipped Zora's River, Zora's Domain, and Zora's Fountain hints, which are just like so many hints.
Yeah. One shot again. He kind of went that path, got the hints, got the items, and it just didn't pay out today.
Yeah. It's rough.
But yeah,
again, there are a
again,
lot of questions. There are a lot of things that with Stone Way of the Hero dungeons, it's always a question of do you complete it? I was in Shadow and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna open the shortcut and leave, and then I'm looking at those 4 checks. And I'm like, I'd rather lose by 4 minutes than half an hour.
yeah, we saw you debating. We were like, is he gonna push the block and just maybe come back?
Debating, then started pushing the block, and then decided, nah, I am just gonna.
Yeah, I was like, I just don't. It's a weekday night. I didn't want to be up that late last locationing things, so it was really just an insurance play.
Yeah, makes sense.
Plus, then I could say that I did most of the dungeons.
Yeah, so obviously this is, we're still in the pre-season 4, testing out the settings. What are kind of the settings you're really enjoying so far? Like, kind of what do you like about the new setting?
I do like I particularly like pre-Zelda. I think that is kind of the game changer when it comes to openers. Combined with random starting age and random starting location, I think it really adds a lot of variety. That being said, I have had a couple really inconvenient spawn locations, and if the songs that you get don't really cooperate with that, it can be kind of painful. But so far, I've been using a track, a live split setup that has one split for each check, and just hitting it every time I get a check. And so far on the S4 seeds, they seem to be faster per check than S3 seeds.
We actually commented on that, and at one point, I think 140 checks in, you were 16 minutes faster.
Yeah.
And so we definitely noticed that about the splits and how you were really going pretty quick through the seed.
Yeah, and you can tell from the little graph that I have too that the opener was very slow, and part of that is because my first split starts at 5 checks, and that's because it's set up for Mido's House plus Kokiri Sword, and so with season 4 I have to wait until I find 5 random checks before I can do my first split.
And you did chickens.
And you spawn in Kokiri or in Kakariko Village. How do you not do chickens? It's
because you spawn there, you can come back or whenever you want.
Yeah,
and then you can just read the hint above where Malin stands and find out it's a Bloopy.
Yeah, I mean that would have been nice, but it was time to think about stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Like
no, it actually is.
I used that time to realize that I should definitely hand in that letter like 4 times in a row before I realized that it's already been almost
Um,
causing a reroll of the seed accidentally.
oh no. But to note, one shot, he did just finish up Jabu, so now he's up to go finish off Ganon's castle.
Awesome.
Have we had other finishers on the race yet?
We have not gotten any other finishers. We've got 3 racers going.
Oh, could we have first and second place here on the restream?
Could be.
So, any other thoughts on some of these things that are testing? I know Scrub Sanity is a
Yeah.
big one we didn't get to see tonight.
I haven't played a lot of Scrub Sanity. I don't even. I'm not sure that I know where all of the scrubs are in the game, so I've been kind of avoiding that and waiting to see if other people like it, and if it gets chosen, then I'll kind of like study up a little bit and try a couple. I'm kind of fine with it either way. I feel like it opens up a lot more checks. And one of the
It's
things
certainly
that
a lot more checks.
yeah. One of the things that I've been noticing with these last couple sort of test races, especially with closed Deku, there are just a couple more items out there that can lock a dungeon with not much else behind it. And so in this case, it was, for me, Ruto's Letter and Kokiri's Sword. In One Shot's case, Boomerang. Those aren't really useful for anything else in this seed. And similarly, like Iron Boots, Mirror Shield. So with closed Deku, it really it seems like you get these sort of scavenger hunts at the end more often. And so for that reason, I'm a little hesitant to add a bunch more checks because it might just sort of draw it out. But I overall do like the closed Deku setting. I like Deku Tree as a late dungeon. I don't love the late hints because that seems kind of useless.
Yeah, it was one of the things I actually commented on when you guys beat Forest. You could have gone to the hints right then behind the tree.
Oh yeah, you can go as an adult.
Yeah. So you both
Right.
could have gotten them reasonably early, but again, you are right in a sense.
I've
You're
never
not-
once thought about that, and that's a great idea.
Yeah, but
I will definitely do that next time.
but in a sense, yeah, you're getting them later than you normally would, like 10 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely was interesting to hear like that. I mean, I haven't got to mess around a ton with season 4 settings yet. But like hearing like, oh well, the like single items for dungeons could lead to more scavenger hunts. It is interesting like hearing that point of view, because that definitely can happen. But I do agree. I think that the closed Deku does add a bit more because it's not just a free dungeon right off the bat.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that plays into that is with only 4 Way of the Heroes and no Baron hints, it doesn't really eliminate any areas too. So you end up with seeds where it's like, if I had gotten Ruto's Letter earlier, maybe I have the choice between looking for Strength 2 in Ice Cavern or GTG or Deep Fire, and there are so many areas, and you don't really know. You don't have any sort of direction about which one to go to. It's just kind of purely check density. And so sometimes the routing at that point can feel it doesn't take like a lot to kind of to look at it and say like, this is the right logical choice. Like, this has the most checks. This is the fastest thing. So if you do something else, like you're taking a risk. But like, I hope that the routing is not all about, do I do the safe thing or do I take a risk? It should be about like, oh yeah, I got like this item or like something's pointing me in this direction, so I should do this first, even though it has like a couple fewer checks. But I don't think that's like totally gone. That still definitely happens, but it feels sort of more of just an overworld scramble sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen a few comments on these new settings, especially if you do add in scrubs and other things, where some people have felt the seeds are just a little more like draining on you because you have to make these gambles more often and kind of go on these scavenger hunts where maybe the hints got nerfed a little too much. Maybe there's a little more balancing that could be done to kind of help you get that progression guidance. But again, that's why we're here testing everything, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I still really enjoy it. Like they do feel like they could be long, sort of. I mean, this one did kind of flow in the end with GTG having strength 2 and Spirit having strength 3, so like that paid off. But if GTG was barren, then like where are you gonna go? And
Yeah, that's what we were thinking. Like, what do you do with nothing there?
We literally had those conversations to be
that's
Like,
that's
is
when I
it
would
deep
probably
fire?
go. I probably wouldn't. Well, actually, it's hard to say because going from adult to child is so hard in this seed.
Yeah,
And so I might actually do Deep Fire, but I don't have Bolero either at that point. So I probably, well, I do have Minuet.
yeah, you would have minuted over if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I'd set up the bunny hood at that point for when I went back child. So I think I probably would have said, you know what, this is the time to go child. Check out Lon Lon. Maybe it's Requiem. Feel really dumb if it's Requiem, and then go to like Zora's River. And
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That had to be in the back of your mind, not having Lon Lon. Like, is this Requiem? And I'm just like out here running for
yeah,
nothing. That's a bit of a gamble to skip Lon Lon, but
yeah, that moment of like, okay, I can cross the wasteland here, and that's okay because I'm already here and I have strength 2. But once you enter Spirit Temple as an adult, that's between that and finding your first key, that's when you're like, have I made a huge mistake?
Also,
Don't know.
GG's to one shot.
GG's
Just
one shot.
finishing up.
yep, he gets second place here.
Oh, nice. We got first and second place on the restream tonight.
Awesome.
And it looks like he'll be joining us.
This is also the second seed in a row that I played where I forgot that the bridge was open after I got 2 medallions and waited until
Yeah,
I had like 2 or
we
3.
we also wondered that too. Like, I think there was a moment you went back child where we were like, does he
Yeah.
go into Ganon's first to kind of minimize your back and forth in times?
In
And
hopes
I should
that
have. I
you
should have there.
found in
I,
hopes that you found Kokiri's sword or Rudo's was what we were saying, which ironically
yeah.
enough you eventually found in there.
Yeah. I mean, once you have strength 3 in these settings, you have to rush light trial. It's what, 8
Oh,
checks, and you probably have ZL at that point, so you also get the Ganon's Castle Fairy. So that's 9 checks right there, which for that point in the game, it's like, gee, would I rather do the entire bottom of the well or go to this one room? Yeah, there was a moment where I set the time of day for Dampe as a child, and then left Ganon's castle area. And as I was leaving and passing like the ruins of the mask shop, I was like, oh wait, should I have done that? But then it was too late. I was committed.
Mm-hmm.
I would have
Yeah,
felt
well,
silly if there was some good stuff there.
yeah, well. Fortunately for you, you took the right gambles, and
Oh, I do have a question. Maybe one of you knows. Is it possible to get the second shadow trial chest
no.
with the
So
items I had?
you need either fire arrows or long shot and hovers.
Okay. I thought I remember seeing there was a way to do it with like dins, but it must be like, well, it wouldn't be long shot plus dins because you can do it with just long shot.
You know, I'm fairly confident Dins is not gonna reach, but
Yeah, I don't believe so as well. Also, GG's one shot.
yeah,
GGG's to
welcome.
everybody. Oh man,
So I heard you love the Fire Temple.
I love the fire temple, especially when it's a stone and it hides my boomerang. You know what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I
Unfortunately for you,
I mean,
words went
all the
there.
stones had something.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, words went there real early, and I'm figuring the rest of the runners did not go there very early based on results.
yeah. I mean, it's tricky because that Sphere Zero hammer certainly makes it enticing to dip early, but then you have your Forest Temple starter pack, and you could do Shadow, and then there were just so many other places you can go that fire just got put on the back burner.
Yeah, especially we were thinking when like hammer led to a strength and a bomb bag and boulders and stuff like that,
Hmm.
that you could be like, oh, the hammer was just to get these things and keep going on your way.
Right. Surely there's not going to be something in all three stone dungeons, right? Well, sometimes it be
Surely
like that.
Derpy didn't curse the seed for you.
Yeah, no, I totally didn't say in our pre-race chat between me and Ingle when we saw what the stones were that, oh, hey, this isn't going to be all dungeons, but you totally are going to need to dip all 3 stone dungeons for items. I
The
definitely.
the old commentator's curse, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
I apologize.
no worries. It happens.
No,
Yeah,
but
for me, I feel like the tiebreaker is really like if you have the hammer but you also have hover boots, then like I'm gonna dip fire if I'm up there.
Makes
Uh,
sense. Yeah. I feel like at that point I had so much to do with hammer and I kept getting all of the things I needed for my Way of the Hero Forest. And that just kind of led me down a rabbit hole from there.
yeah, that would be really tough because it just kind of chains after that. You get forest and that gives you everything you need for.
yeah,
Yeah.
it really snowballed too because like Boomerang, it doesn't do anything outside of Jabu. So like one shot just goes on his way, gets all the other progression, and you
Skips
never
out of the
look back.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what the long shot really did open up that seed entirely when you got that out of Shadow to get your strength 2 out from GTG, to get strength 3 out from Spirit and Rudos and Butter Knife and Light Trial, you know? So at that point, I'm just thinking, okay, I have Rudos now. Maybe Storms is in ice and Rang's in the well. That's probably the most likely scenario. It wasn't, but that's what I was thinking
Mm.
at the time.
Yeah, no, we were right there with you on that line of thought where the potential was. So, we thought your route was perfectly fine. You just, guessed wrong a few times, and that's Zooter.
That's Zooter in a nutshell.
It came up tails on the coin flip a couple times.
Yeah.
Um,
eh,
but we got Word's thoughts on these new settings a bit here, so I guess we'd like to take some time and hear what you like about the new season 4 stuff, or maybe don't like. What do you got for us?
I honestly think that probably my favorite setting so far that we've been working with is the random spawns, random ages. I know that there was a pretty heavy emphasis on trying to mix up starting routes, the openers. So I feel like that's a really effective way of doing that. I like starting with a song, makes it more flexible to go into to different areas early on. Um, Overall, I mean, I'm a big fan of the settings. I think that we're definitely headed in the right direction for something that's a little bit more fresh than what we were used to in season 3.
Yeah, good to hear. I think we're all kind of in agreement on the spawns and the song and everything.
Yeah,
We're just kind
that's
of
a good
narrowing
point.
down the. Hmm?
That's a good point that the song is really helpful. I like having Free Zelda just because it kind of removes that as a destination in the opener.
Yeah,
But having the song actually does really provide some options. Like if you get a really awful spawn point, then at least you have a song to maybe it's a warp song to get you out of there, or maybe it's something convenient to like get some more checks.
right. Or worst comes to worst, you hit up Lon Lon because now you have the letter, and
Worst comes to
you know,
worst.
Yeah.
About hitting up Lon Lon, about that. Someone here didn't hit up Lon Lon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What happened?
I didn't. It was so far away.
Oh, that's another thing that this seed was just kind of slow in giving you warp songs to go back and forth between child and adult. No prelude and serenade on Burning Cack. That's a rough one. So going to and fro the market was slow to say the least.
Well, you could just be like Words and get the bunny hood for when you have to do those final 2 child dungeons and just run around the field like a crazy man.
Not a bad idea.
Yep.
It wasn't a bad idea at all.
No,
Yeah.
it certainly worked well.
Since I had the boomerang, my light trial was my go mode.
Right.
With both child dungeons, and I had already set up the bunny hood beforehand, so I just cruised out of there.
There's nothing like doing bunny hood job.
No. Is there a mask hint in these settings? I feel like I haven't seen one in the past couple of seeds that I've played, and I'm wondering if I'm just happen to be missing it or if it's not set up.
I don't believe it's set up yet because when they first gen the script for this, they had completed mask shop, so they took out the always hint for skull mask. I think they just have to work out some logistics to get them back in.
Okay, then I feel even better about having done bunny hood. I was really worried that I was doing the skull mask for nothing, which I mean I was, but at least
Same.
it wasn't hinted.
Yeah. I mean, you get a Lost Woods Way of the hero, and you know that bunny hood's not going, or that skull mask isn't going to be an always hit. Then you start to sweat. So
Yeah.
you gotta get it out of the way.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
after that I was like, well, my spawn point's in Kakariko, so I'll just hand in this spooky mask.
Might as well. I mean,
Yeah, for sure with the spawn point and the fact that you did have Lost Woods Way of the Hero, like you do the mask and then you keep going.
Yeah, and I had Sarias at that point too, so you're gonna make friends with the Skull Kid. You can hand in the Skull Mask right when you're there. But I have to say, as fun as Bunny Hood is, I do not really enjoy it from a gameplay perspective overall. I feel like it's fun in small bites, but really removes a lot of the challenge of, movement and things like that.
it is kind of autopiloty. I can agree with that.
For sure. I think we've all agreed not to start that mask quest completed. But do we have any other thoughts on these new settings, or Derpy, do you have any other questions for our runners?
I think I'm all out of questions. So unless the runners have anything else, cool.
That was actually our last finisher right there as well. So
Oh.
the race is finished in 3:45:55.
Nice.
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have that much else other than I'm excited to see what comes of it, and Lord knows we got a lot of acclimating to do, but it's gonna be good, I think.
All right, well then I think we'll give our shout outs. So once again, shout outs to both our runners today, One Shot 013 and Words for Swords. Feel free to drop them a follow. I'm sure they will be doing more season 4 Zooter on their own channels. Shout outs to our trackers today, Ghost Strike and Wasted Link. And then also shout out to my co-commentator Engel. It was a lot of fun getting to commentate with you today, Engel.
As well, shout outs to you, Derpy Dragon.
Yep. And then finally, as always, shout outs to the man, the myth, the legend, Hell Knight for helping kind of get this restream to showcase season 4 settings off.
Sounds like an awesome guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks everyone. We enjoyed it. Thanks to all the racers today.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I hope to see you all this Saturday because we finally get our co-op tournament to continue. Yeah, we're gonna have game 2 in the best of 3 between father-son bonding, Nama and Salty Sponge with Alpha Gamers, Goomba and Wiley. Hope to see you all there. 4 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central European time. So let's see. Anyone still up on this ungodly hours? Doo-doo-doo. Okay, that's Lady Masuda. See you around, everyone.
All right. GG's. Thanks for hosting again.